All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday night, and you know what that means? It is, we're still doing some Friday Night Lights. We're in the playoffs. We're live here in Slaton, Texas for by district as your Sudan Hornets get ready to take on the Ropes Eagles for a second time this year. And, and it's playoff football weather for sure.
Who was the goofball that said something about we won't get to where we're playing when it's cold? Wishing that cold weather. I don't know for sure who it was, but I think I put his britches on this morning. I think I made that stupid comment the first of the year. So, but we'll suffer through it because we're still playing.
Oh yeah,
that's what's important. Yeah. We'll suffer through it. I guess we shouldn't complain a whole lot. We actually are inside tonight. Not out in the elements first time.
And yeah, every single home game we've been out in the stands, and this is
all the away games.
The away games. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of nice for us. And
yeah. Now it is. Well, I'll tell you. Thank goodness DJ can't shoot his camera over here and show us to everybody. But this room isn't as wide as the one is at home. Yeah. So Peemy and I, we were talking about. Peemy and I. It don't matter if we stand straight or if we turn sideways to the field. It's still the same width. So you're the one that's going to have to turn sideways for this deal.
Let me just. There's a little bit of an angle on the president. I'll just stand up against the
maybe we'll put you up there against the glass.
Speaking of the weather, it's 36 degrees with a wind chill of 34, and we still got about 10 minutes before kickoff. So it is a cold and blustery evening, and it took me like 15 minutes for my teeth to quit chattering just from walking from the truck up here to the booth. So, but we're ready. We're ready for some playoff football is always different. We've gone through the pre-district, and then we went through district, and now we're ready for the third leg of the third and final leg of the football season, and that's to get as far as we can from here on out. As we've played Ropes, it's a common opponent. We've played them. Was it the third week?
I believe that's right.
I believe it was the third week of the season, and we came out with the win 52-7. So we've seen these boys before, and we won pretty handily, but that doesn't mean that we need That doesn't mean that we're going to have to just roll over them today. We're going to have to come out and play, especially coming off of. And I have a feeling our boys coming off of that district finale loss against Rawls, I have a feeling that they're going to come out with a chip on their shoulder and try and get to this ball game and get us a by-district championship.
Yeah, something to prove.
So, and that last ball game, interesting enough, that was on September the 9th. And that was the game me and Peeman were talking about here. That was the game that we coined the phrase "the three-headed monster."
Yes.
Because that was the game that Trent had 95 yards rushing, Marcelo King had 148 yards rushing, and Joshi Cervera had 125 yards rushing. We had 6 total touchdowns altogether. Trent had 1 passing and 1 rushing. Marcelo had a really great game. I think he came out in the AJ after that one.
Right. Yeah.
He had 148 yards on 13 carries for 3 touchdowns. And then Joshi had 125 yards off 12 carries and a touchdown. And then there towards the end of the game, whenever we were kind of in the fourth quarter, Matthew Lopez came in and got him a rushing touchdown.
Right.
So we had a really good I think we had 385 yards total in rushing, and then with our 71 yards passing, we ended up with 456 yards of total offense in that ball game. And not to mention, Joshi had the 96-yard kickoff return in that ball game as well. So it was offensively for us, that was one. And of course, we're not looking at the defensive stats. I mean, the fact that we had this much yardage means that our defense was keeping them on the sidelines and doing their job.
Yeah, they only got the 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's going to stand pat tonight, or if Ropes is going to kind of come out and challenge us a little bit. But
you were talking about it is a different. Even though it is a common opponent, we're looking at it a little bit different in the way we're approaching the game tonight. We've had a couple of injuries. We've got Caleb Robinson is out with a knee injury, and Jeremiah, his injury last week. And thank goodness that young man is walking around on the sidelines tonight.
Oh, yes, for sure.
That could have been a very, that was a very, very scary situation, and he is out there tonight, and is going to be there. He and Caleb both be cheering him on and encouraging them from the sidelines. But, so it is a little bit different. We do have, I believe, Trent is back.
Mm-hmm. Trent is
and
back.
Be back at quarterback. And, Caleb came in and did a good job for him while Caleb Gretkin, last week. But, so, it, like you said, it is a little bit different than what it was, personnel-wise than what it was when we played them earlier in the year. And but I also think that we've grown up a lot in those last what was that? Was that the second or third game? So the last 6-7 games that we were 5-6 games.
3, yep.
So there's we've grown a lot from there. If you look through and look at some of the different games that we had, going back and looking over the season, the Bovina game. I mean, that was a character builder.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Huge character builder, and that believing in that you could get the job done when things weren't going your way all night long. And you battled through and got the win.
And that was the game where we had Trent go out and Drew go out,
right.
And we were down with less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. And for those guys, to step in off the sideline and fill those roles and get that victory there at the end, that was, like you said, that was a big character game.
And it went to the last 2 seconds. We knocked the ball down with 2 seconds left in the end zone on fourth down to win that ball game. And they just did a great job of battling. That's what's been neat to see these guys grow in their confidence, in their character, and in their ability to battle through when they've got those obstacles that come their way.
He said it's warm where I'm at. He got the fireplace going.
Who's that?
That's Sam.
I'm glad for you, buddy.
Yeah, he sent us a text. He's watching us on the live stream, listening to us, and he's got the fireplace going underneath the TV. So the regular season's wrapped up, we'll kind of go over the season stats that we have, to finish off the 10-game season. Trent Wilson was 81 for 130. 81 completions on 130 attempts for 1,027 yards. He had 13 touchdown passes. Of course, Caleb Gretkin came in for a couple of games. He had 5 completions on 18 attempts for 61 yards. And then, of course, the 1 touchdown pass was the big one to get that Bovina win. As far as rushing, he was 20 yards short of reaching that 1,000-yard mark. He has 128 carries to lead all rushers with 980 yards. He had 10 rushing touchdowns. Wilson was the second leading rusher. He had 822 yards, and he actually had 11 rushing touchdowns. And then, of course, to round out the three-headed monster, Marcelo King had 532 yards with 6 touchdowns. And, of course, Marcelo had a bout with injuries where he didn't play a half and stuff like that. So he definitely could have contributed more as far as yardage goes there. And then, of course, Matthew Lopez, who's our third back. We have Trent, quarterback, and then the 2 tailbacks, Cervera and King, and then Lopez comes in. He had 53 yards on his year, but he had 3 rushing touchdowns.
Right.
So he contributed as far as getting into the end zone. Receiving, Juarez had receivers with 27 receptions and 410 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. That was on the year. And then that had been followed by Alan Flores had 21 catches for 297 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then, of course, Caleb Robinson, who missed the last half of the season, he had 6 catches for 135 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
What's that? Okay. Yeah, and then, of course, some of the other guys, Truett Kirby had 76 yards and a TD. Marcelo King had 76 yards receiving and a TD. Dan Zeisen had 73 yards and a TD. So the ball was distributed out pretty evenly. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 targets for Wilson to hit, and that's because, we're missing like Joel Williams. He was hurt early, and he just now got back to where he was playing that slot. So that was a target that he was missing there. Defensively on the season,
I think Drew had the most, 80.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his.
He's down at the bottom.
You going by number? Okay.
Yeah.
Drew had 83 tackles. Of course, he didn't play last week in the season finale. Conley had 68 tackles on the season. Cervera had 61 tackles on the season. Castillo, the big number 50, we're going to miss him tonight. He had 51 tackles on the season. He had 4 sacks. Just a plethora of players that are getting some tackles in for the year. So the Hornets are out. They're wearing their all black. We are the home team,
right?
So that's why we were able to get in this nice warm room.
Exactly.
On the home press box.
And this field runs north and south as well as it does there at Sudan. I'm sorry. No, Sudan goes east and west, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one runs north and south. So
I don't really see any wind out there either. So
yeah,
I'm looking at the flag. Well, I was looking at the flags. You know how they usually have the flags on the goalposts, and but there's the American flag is over there, and I don't see it moving too much.
But you look at these over here, and part of that may be just coming off the stands too. So I mean, coming up.
So the Ropes Eagles have made their way out into the field. So both teams are out there fixing to do the coin toss at the center of the field. Did we even do the school song? And I didn't.
They haven't yet. I know they said they were going to play. That we were supposed to play the national anthem, but I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, because I think DJ's going to cut to the mic outside for that one.
So your captains are Trent Wilson, QB1. We're glad to see him back in the pads, along with number 77 senior Drew Carr, senior number 11 Josh Cervera, and then junior number 55 Jaden Conley. They meet at the middle of the field. We'll kind of go over. We already know who our opponent is in the area around. If once we come away with this victory, the area around either team, whoever comes out victorious here, will be they will match up with Wellington, which is should be. I didn't know they had the mic going on out there.
So it looks like we won the toss.
Yep.
And we wanted the ball.
Good deal,
we
man.
took the ball, and so we'll be defending the south end zone. So we'll be going from the right to left. If you're not able to, if you're listening and not watching it on the video, so start out. We're going right to left, defending the south end zone, and get Hornets coming back over. We're getting ready to have our national anthem, so we'll break way to that.
Okay, and we're back. God bless America, and God bless our troops. And we'd like to thank all of our service members who served for us. Today is Veterans Day, and we'd like to thank all of our service members that have.
For sure. Before we get started, I just want to tell you two guys, it's been fun to do this with you, and hopefully we'll get to keep going. Several more games. Last couple of years I've done it some of it by myself. Caleb's helped me some, but Timmy Rodriguez and Pimi Salinas, we formed I don't know if we're a very good team or not, but we have a good time while we're doing it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, Timmy's been bringing the play-by-play, and I fill in where there is, and then in dead spots, like I guess comedy and relief, and then Peemy's been keeping the stats for us all year. So it's been a good time. We want to continue on. We want to get the opportunity to play those Wellington Rockets next week. So,
for sure.
But we're going to take care of business tonight.
Yeah, we'll kind of keep up with the area scores this evening, and we'll kind of go over some of the scores of some of the ball games, the by-district ball games that occurred last night as we get ready for by-district Sudan Hornets football. Josh Cervera, Salvador Juarez, and Marcelo King as usual back deep for your Hornets, and then we have Matthew Lopez right at about the 20-yard line. We'll see, and of course Allen and Truitt up, and it's going to go straight to Truitt. He'll take it, and he's going to cross the 40-yard line. He'll get tackled down for about a 5-yard, 6-yard return. So great field position for the Hornets to start off this by-district ball game. As the coach gathers them up on the sideline, and we'll see where the referee places. Yeah, 43-yard line. So here we go. By-district playoff football. This is what we've been waiting for, and it's finally here as we get ready. Yeah. Trent Wilson, QB1 in the backfield with the senior Josh Cervera. Juarez is nearest to your screen. There's a quick handoff to Cervera up the middle. He's going to plow his way forward.
Getting about a good 6 yards on the play.
On the carry.
So starting off with some positive yardage right off the bat. First ball, and that's what you want. You want your senior to feed the offense and push his way forward. Our Cervera's had a great year, and hopefully he'll gain. He's only got 20 yards, and he'll break that 1,000-yard mark. Oh. And there's a handoff. He'll get hit in the backfield. He'll lose a couple of yards.
Going to make it 3rd and 9 for the Hornets.
So the Ropes Eagles were ready for that. So now we have 2 receivers to your left as Flores joins Juarez nearest to your screen, Huddleston the furthest from your screen, and then of course Kirby is in at that slot tight end receiver right up against the line. Wilson screen pass to Cervera. Cervera stiff arms the tackler. He slides.
Slips.
Yeah, the turf monster got him.
So he's going to be right back to the original line of scrimmage. So they'll bring up fourth and 10 for the Hornets.
So Marcelo coming in and Trent Wilson coming out. Oh, that's going to be. We're going to punt it. Okay, yeah. So we'll punt it. Let's see who we got back deep for the Ropes Eagles.
They don't have anybody.
They don't have anybody. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Number 8.
Yeah. So Branson Beck will be back deep for the Eagles. Marcelo King.
Back to receive for the Eagles.
There's the punt. Long line drive punt. It'll take a first bounce at the 40 and roll. Take a Sudan roll back to about the 36, maybe?
26.
I'm sorry, 26. See, that's why Joe Kite needs to be here in the booth, because sometimes I count backwards.
All right. Defense going to step up and then get us the ball back here real quick. So we can get going offensively.
So we've got Joel Williams, Uncle John Conley, and then, of course, there's 77 back in the lineup for your Hornets. Drew Carr at the linebacker in motion. There's a snap, and there's a handoff, and that's going to be Saldivar, and he'll get brought down. Short gain. Looks like Cervera, and was that Carr that was already in there?
Yeah.
That's what we needed last week. We needed number 77 in there making some stops.
So he gained about 4 on the play to bring up 2nd and 6.
Now, Drew, he went out with the shoulder injury. He's still favoring that shoulder a little bit. They got a special type of brace that they've got on him, and I don't think there's any way you would keep number 77 off of the field for this playoff game. So trips to the right, and there's a handoff to Saldivar again. He's going to get through into the secondary. It looks like he'll gain a first down.
Saldivar, he was the one that was missing from the first game.
Oh, is that what he didn't play that first ball game? And is he the one that had been the starter for them? And they just
I think so. We just didn't see him. We didn't see him on the sidelines, and me and Joe Kite looked for him.
Right.
And we didn't see him unless he was just in plain clothes, didn't have his jersey on or something. But.
So that is going to be a different look for us to have that running back in the backfield. As we get ready for 1st and 10 after the first down, there's a handoff again. That's going to be Torres
Nice tackle. Who was that?
Drew Carr.
Boy, he just came right down the line, and gained 3 yards on the play, but did a good job of coming down the line and preventing that from being a big play, because they had that sealed off real well to where he was going to get more yards, but Drew came across with the pursuit and was able to get in and make the tackle. Nice job by Drew coming in and filling in that spot.
It looks like Angel Rosa will be the one that's filling in the spot there for Jeremiah on the left side of the defensive line. Two receivers to the left, and they'll go that way, screen pass, and there's a flag on the play. He'll get brought down just short of the first down marker.
Conley on the tackle.
Ball in front of the left-hand side. There is a flag.
Illegal shift is the preliminary.
Yeah, illegal. There you go.
Oh, Peamy's good, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He needs to be the white hat out there.
When I was younger, I actually loved doing all this kind of stuff, keeping stats. I'd keep the Cowboy stats, sitting there watching the game with my dad, and I learned all the all the signals and stuff, and I was like, man, I could probably pass that test or whatever it is to be pretty quick.
So now
I was going to say the only problem I would have is running up and down the field.
Well, you can change that.
Yeah.
Can't we all, though?
I don't think I have that quarterback. What number is he?
18?
18?
No, 12.
12. There's not a 12 on my roster. He's going to
That's holding right there.
The left side. Yeah. There's a flag, and it's intercepted.
Oh,
right through his hand.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding on Matthew Lopez there.
Yeah.
Or they were holding Matthew.
Yeah.
I don't have 12 on my roster. I'm not sure who the quarterback is for the Ropes Eagles. We might have to see if we can get that information from somebody.
Is it 12 or 7? Now it looks like a 17, maybe.
Maybe if there's 7. Yeah, there's a 17. Yeah, Hayden Torres. Yeah, and he shows to be a quarter. Maybe it is a 7. Maybe it is 17.
Well, when he was running that way, it looked like a 12, but I'm not. Well, he's coming from the sideline over there. Number 12. It is number 12.
It is number. I don't know who the quarterback is. I think Stetson Wims. No. Who was the quarterback last time we played him? Branson Beck. But either way, when number 12 is the quarterback, we have trips to the right, receiver motion. So there's 4 targets, and there's a quick screen pass, and there's another tackle by the Turf Monster. This time in Sudan's favor. Branson Beck was the receiver that caught that pass.
They brought the motion to the short side of the field and just really flooded that zone and got the blockers out in front of him. And so bring up fourth down and 8? Yeah, fourth and 8. So
we got Juarez stepping back deep for the Hornets. 8:15 left in the first quarter. Still no score here in this bi-district ball game in Slaton, Texas. 36 degrees. There's the punt, and Juarez is gonna let it bounce, and then bounce out of bounds inside the 18.
Right at the 14, it looks like. That's where they're going to mark it.
So it looks like we're getting good ball placement this week. It was kind of a guessing game last week where the ball was going to be placed at.
That's the infamous 9.5 yards.
Yes.
You just need 9.5 in Rawls to get a first down. Well, if you're the home team.
So with 8:03 here in the first quarter, Sudan's second possession of the ball game, QB1 Wilson with we had the 3-headed monster back there, and that's Cervera down the right side. He's got plenty of blockers in front of him. He's still on his feet at the 20. He'll get brought down. No, he's still running. He'll get pushed out of bounds. And, we talked about 77 early. 77 leading the way here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And let's see, he's on that side. I thought he came across the field to make that block, but anyway, he was way downfield to leading him the way.
And Armendariz, who was filling in for Drew Carr, is now filling in for Jeremiah. They're on the left side. But
we had a false start there, and they did see it too.
Yeah, good. Uncle John Conley will be taking the snaps, and then Armendariz will be on the left guard.
Right.
And a little bit of shift or shuffle there on the offensive line for us. So now the Hornets pulling Cervera out. Marcelo King will remain in the backfield. And Tony Vargas closest to your screen. I believe that's who that is. Timeout student. I think that might have been a... Well, did they call a timeout? I don't know if they called a timeout. They were.
I think Coach did stand in there beside him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he signaled it. I think he just said, to the line judge there.
Okay, and it might have been like a personnel deal because there was some.
Right, there was confusion on who was going. They kept telling somebody to move over to split out wide, and so.
They were all kind of standing there, but I was trying to count them. It looked like there was only 10 out there.
Right.
Yeah, that's maybe why they called.
Right.
Okay, so we were talking about the winner of this game will take on the Wellington Wildcats or the Rockets. I'm sorry, the Wellington Skyrockets. They had a huge win yesterday. Score 58-6 against Boys Ranch, the Rough Riders. So, but we looked at their schedule throughout the year, and they were pretty much putting some
blowing out
some teams in their regular season. So that'll definitely be a big test for either one of these groups in the area.
It looks like that, depending on how some of the other teams do that game, will probably be either at Canyon or at Randall.
At Randall?
Mm-hmm. We'll have to go north. I know for sure. But
and there's the handoff, is botched handoff. They were trying to get it to Marcelo King, and it's going to be ropes football. So they'll have great field position, and that's something that you don't see much, especially when we're in that dual back set. You really don't see handoffs that get botched like that. So the Hornets are going to have to play really stiff defense. 7-12 left here in the first quarter, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ropes Eagles at the 16. Make sure I'm adding the right.
Yeah, at the Sudan 16.
Adding
yes,
in
sir.
the right direction.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So number 12 in the backfield, quarterback, you got 2 receivers to your left and 1 to your right. And they're going to hand it off to the receiver that was in motion. He's going to juke to the outside, and he'll get brought down by 3 Hornets. It looks like Conley, Lopez, and Cervera.
Well, he bounced up in the hole there, and it was closed off. I thought we were going to get him wrapped up right there, but he's able to slip through and then gain a couple of yards on play. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6, so he gained 4 on the play. So
that was Ben Saldivar, who'd been the running back, and they lined him up in that slot receiver, and he came in motion, got the handoff. He's a junior, and like I said, he didn't play in that first ball game, but he's here in this ball game, and they got him in the slot on your right side, 2 receivers on your right. And then they got almost like a double tight end on the left side of the line, and there it is again. They faked the handoff to him, and did he get into the end zone? The ball was completed by Mortensen, was the receiver.
Yeah, they moved him out and then just shot him right in the middle there, just right past the linebackers before he got to the secondary, and found that little opening there.
So the Ropes Eagles threatening on 1st and goal, ball at the 1-yard line. Did you give the referee the tackle on that one?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you caught that.
I don't know what his name is, but
So here we go. 2 receivers to your left, and they're kind of bunched up again. The tight end and that receiver on your right, running receiver in motion. The receiver under center takes a snap, and did we stop him? No signal yet.
Touchdown.
No, there it is. Touchdown.
I haven't ever seen that before.
I hadn't either. No.
Like that.
So you had your basic formation with your quarterback in the shotgun. The receiver went in motion and then stopped and went under center and took the snap for the sneak. So with 5:47 left in the first quarter, the score 6-0, and the Eagles strike first here in Slaton, Texas, the bi-district ball game, and off of a turnover from the handoff between Wilson and Marcelo King. And it's blocked! The field goal was blocked. That was Jaden Conley that came in. So extra
nice
point.
job by Jaden. Yes, sir. They could have gotten their heads down, and said, all right, well, we'll just give them that, go through the motions. But they rushed through and blocked that to keep them from getting the extra point. So keep the score at 6-0 with 5:47 left in the in the first quarter. So right now we're going to see where that the character and that confidence that we've talked about all season. Mm-hmm. It's coming into play right now.
Yep.
And we just need to march down the field and we've done it earlier. In games in the earlier in the season where the other team scored first and we were able to march down, score, and hold them, and then go take the lead. So
now we'll be we'll have our three guys back deep, but they punted it or they kicked it off to Kirby, and then so Kirby and Flores had a kickoff return when they kicked it to him, and they kicked it real shallow like that. So we'll see what they do, and I don't know if that was on purpose, or if he just didn't get the leg on it to get it back deep.
He kind of, the way he is right now, and then he went to the side and kicked it. So I guess he was just kind of, I think it was on purpose. It was just because he set up just like that last time, and then he kind of went to the side and just same, pretty much same.
He'll kick it to that same side. It's going to go a little bit deeper, and they're going to let Marcelo King scoop it up at about the 20. Nice juke move. He's at the 30, and he'll get brought down a little bit past the 30-yard line.
So you're going back at the 32-yard line.
Uh-oh, he did like the Rawls guy.
Yeah, run to the 33 and step back to the 32.
So, with 5:41, 1st and 10, Sudan's going to have to see if we can march down the field and answer after that score. We got Salvador nearest to your screen, and I think they're discussing. I think we've got somebody who needs to be out there. Yeah, they're going to send.
Goodness.
That's Julian Salas.
Yeah, that's Julian. Is he the one that had been injured?
No, that's Jesus.
Okay. So Julian out there, and there's a snap. Marcelo King up the middle, and he'll power.
Nice run.
Yeah.
Move the pile. Got 2 yards on the play.
Marcelo King on the carry. Gain about 2 yards and bring up second down.
So now Flores will come on the left side with Juarez. You'll have two receivers there, and Huddleston will be furthest to your right. Dan Zeisen now in the ball game at the tight ends position. They're kind of scooting the receivers on the left side, scooting them in a little bit, and Trent Wilson's going to pull the ball out. He'll be a QB keeper, another power run up the middle.
It's up to about the 38. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
So same unit out there, and they're going to run that bunch formation on the right side. All the receivers bunched up on the right. Watt is split out on the left side. Marcelo King still in the backfield. Oh! You saw that one. I don't know if he reacted to this linebacker or what.
Right.
So false start's going to pull us back.
We can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot there. We had the same thing happen to us on the had a penalty on the first series, and was moving the ball decent and.
So here we go. Now we got 3rd and 9. Wilson back to throw. He's got a man open. Juarez is going to have to come back for it. There's a flag. He was trying. Yeah, number 11. No, that's not number 11. Reese was keeping Salvador from coming back because the ball was short.
It looked like the wind caught that.
Yeah.
As I look at the flag now, it's blowing pretty good.
Just
but that was probably the best.
A while ago it was just hanging down by the pole. Now it's blowing straight out of the north, almost straight out of the north, isn't it?
And that might have been actually the best thing for us because Salvador tried to come back to the ball and he wasn't letting them, so got us the 15-yard pass interference.
So 1st and 10, we're about 2 yards from getting into ropes territory. Cervera still nearest to your screen. They're still bunched up on the right side. Marcelo King takes the handoff, and it's bobbled again. Wilson's just going to jump on it. And so that's twice that the King-Wilson handoff has hit the turf.
Oh, number 11 is not appreciating Salvador very much. Salvador went down there and blocked him, knocked him down, and he got up and was walking back, talking to him all the way back. The back judge finally, I think, called him because he backed off. But he's yapping at him right now.
Yeah, he is. He's right up on the line. And that's good. If Salvador could get past him, we might have something happen here. And there it is. Wilson looked his way, but he tucks it in and runs. And he'll get back. Oh, he's still on his feet, still trying to battle forward, still moving forward. He'll get back to the 48-yard line. Yeah, the initial 1st and 10 mark. 47. So it'd be one job, be 3rd and 11. Good run, a good power run. That lets you know that QB1 is back. So Flores in the slot with Salvador on the left side, Huddleston on the right. Dan Zeisen playing still at the tight end position as the Hornets get the play in. 3:14 and counting here in the first quarter. Ropes with the 6-0 lead. Sudan trying to answer on this drive. Big, huge 3rd down play. And was that us again?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And look at Wilson. He's letting some guys know that, hey, you guys got to be patient. You got to be patient. Take a deep breath and just let the play happen.
Yeah, you're getting keyed up into a bi-district ball game, and you can't let that playoff ball game get into your head. You get so keyed up that you are making mistakes that you normally don't make. We got to settle in here and just play. This field's still 100 yards long like it has been all year long.
Yes, sir. That's right. So we got 3rd and 16. And there's a snap. Wilson going long, looking for the 1st down. He's going to have to come back. Overthrown. He had Alan Flores, and it was just a little bit too high for him. And
bring up 4th down.
Yeah, we'll have Marcelo stepping back for a punt here. So, I mean, the plays that we ran, they were positive plays, but then we had a couple,
and boy, it just seems, man, we have been out of sync offensively,
yes.
On who's supposed to be out there, and, and that hadn't happened at all this year.
No, it hasn't. This is the first time we've seen that. And Marcelo able to get that punt off, and it's going to take a bounce. And
get on it!
Get on it! There's a flag here. I'm not sure what that's about. And that's Juarez and Reese Williams still talking lip here. They need to kind of get in between those guys.
On the play, but there is a flag on the play, too.
And it looks like the Ropes Eagles were able to land on it. It'll be Ropes ball. I'm curious to see what the flag is. I don't know if that flag is with with Juarez and this number 11 over here. Referees are discussing it.
And it looks like it's going to be against us where he was facing. The guy that'll mark it off.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, no. That's on the holding on the receiving. And that was holding on 11 with Juarez.
Yeah.
When they had the little mic there, you could see.
Right.
They call out. That's kind of. You never used to hear that in high school football at all. They would never announce,
Right, they're saying who it is now.
Who the culprit was.
Back in the olden days, I could hold and it'd be called, and they would never tell them to say that it was me. I could point, it was the tackle, it wasn't me.
At least until film the next day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The film don't lie.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 2:41 left here in the first quarter. We have a man in motion. He's going to get it down the left side. And there's going to be a big... Oh, the ball's on the floor, picked up by Conley. There he goes! He's at the 10! He's going to roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Sudan! Jaden Conley with the fumble recovery and a defensive touchdown.
That's his 2nd of the year.
Yeah.
He returned one back in Tahoka.
When I saw it bounce, I was like, fall on, but then when it bounced right up in his hands, run!
He doesn't get to play running back very often. So
I was about to say he wears lineman number, but he's more like a receiver tight end type of size wise and everything.
Yeah.
So Greckin will be in for the extra point, And Ropes failed on their extra point attempt, so this extra point will give us a 1-point lead with 2:30 left here. Oh, it's a bad snap. Ceveda's going to pick it up. He's looking to the end zone. He's got an open receiver, and it's caught by Joel Williams for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that's good awareness right there.
Yes, and that's your senior leadership right there. Ceveda able to pick that up and find somebody in the end zone. And like we said, we mentioned it before, Marcelo King and Joshy both played quarterback, in their JV years. So
Right.
they're not unfamiliar with throwing a pass.
Right. Right, and look down there, Jeremiah's first one meeting all those guys,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd give anything to be out there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's so high energy when he's out on the field.
Yeah, he's telling them to do this, do that, and he's another coach on the.
Yeah, he sure is.
So the Hornets answer, and it was basically, Ropes scored off a turnover, off a fumble, and then the Ropes got the fumble, and we scored off of their turnover.
They gave us 2 points for that. Well,
Yeah,
never mind. I thought we kicked it, and they gave us 2. No, we botched the kick.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, I'm back with the game again.
We'll see the leg that Greckens got kicking into the wind. And, a long line drive. The wind did catch it, but it's still inside the 20. And it's picked up, and they're going to hand it off. There's a little bit of a trickery there. And there he goes down the left side, still on his feet. And he'll get brought down at about the 37, 38. And I almost thought they were going to bobble that little handoff there.
A lot of teams call it the star burst, where you got guys coming, from each side. And you don't know who.
Oh yeah,
who they fake it to.
I don't know if you remember that state championship team. They used to do that a lot with Tim Williams and those guys. It worked for them really well.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because every time they gave it to Tim, and every time it worked, I never understood that. Just tackle number 4. That's
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Ropes Eagles. And there's the handoff. And that's going to be Salivar down the right side. He's going to get met by Conley and Flores, who's in the ball game.
Gets up to just across the 40-yard line.
And I was trying to see
Drew's on the sideline.
Okay, Drew's on the sideline.
He might be taking a series off here and there, or depending on how he feels, I guess.
So a 4-yard gain on that carry, 1:53, and the clock is running here in the first quarter. Your Hornets with a 2-point lead, 8-6. And now we have a different running back in the backfield. 2 receivers to your right for the Eagles. And there's the flip to the running back. And the ball's on the floor. Oh, did it bounce back up? No, we got it. It was on the floor.
Yes, sir.
Recovered by Wilson. I thought I saw it come out. I didn't know for sure.
And Wilson's the one that caused that fumble a while ago.
Yeah, he caused the one earlier.
He's just in the right place at the right time.
There you go.
Momentum shifting in our favor, and the defense is the one with the spark.
Yeah.
So the Hornets.
And Drew went back in on offense.
Is he okay? So they might be.
Like I said, I think he's just taking a series off here and there.
3-headed monster in the backfield, QB1 with his backs, and they're going to hand it off to King. He jukes the player, and then he'll get brought down. No gain on the play. He may have lost a yard.
We're going to have to get that push that we've talked about all year there at the offensive line and at the line of scrimmage. We're going to have to get that push so that we don't lose a yard on the play like that. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for your Hornets with 1:03 left.
Vargas closest to your screen, 2 receivers to the right. Wilson's got 3 guys after him. He's going to tuck it in and run. Nice move. And there's just too many white shirts there. And I'm not sure what happened as far as the scheme there, but they were in the backfield quick.
Right.
So we're under a minute. Clock is fixing to hit 40 seconds right now and running. It looks like we'll have one more play.
Bring up 4th and 10 for the Hornets in the Eagles' territory at the 40. So it looks like we're going to go for it on 4th down.
Is it 4?
Third.
Okay.
Okay.
And here's Cervera. He's going to try and bounce it out, but he'll get hit again. There's all the white shirts. The defensive line for the Eagles has been in the backfield these past couple of plays. And I think that that'll probably be the last play of the quarter as the clock ticks down to 0.
Yeah, the offense just looks out of sorts right now.
Right, they aren't clicking like they've done throughout the year.
And if you've looked at most of the games, that if you go back and watch most of the games, they do kind of start off a little slow, and then but the defense helps us out.
Right.
Obviously.
You get a little momentum back. So with score 8-6, Sudan with the 2-point lead here in Slaton by district ballgame. We'll go over the sponsors real quick. We have Sudan ISD, First United Bank in Sudan, Capital Farm Credit, Chase Lloyd, 5 Area Telephone, Ride Solutions Incorporated, Clint Humphreys, Sawyer Construction, Larry Sawyer, King Ag Aviation, Johnny King, Bailey County Electric Co-op, Red Wagon Farms, Ryan Harper, GWG Farms, Greg Harper, Tow Pros, Chad Nichols, K&K Pharmacy, Texas Producers Co-op, Gal Robertson, The Prescription Shop in Littlefield, Micah Pratt, Lance Insurance, Seth Souter, Sudan Medical Clinic, Swift Lube and Oil Change, Rye Spot, Twice the Ice, Hornet Chill, Jetfire Barbecue, Montez Steel Buildings, United Country Real Estate, M. Edwards Realty and Land, Chad King Farms, and 5 Star Tree Service. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you the live stream by district playoff game here in Slaton, Texas. 4th and 11, Sudan going for it. Cervera in the backfield. There's a fake, and he's got a. Did they call? Truitt was open too. Truitt had the step on his defender, and Marcelo King, who stepped out for a bit, will be right back in for the punt. And it's just, we're not comfortable seeing that because it's never happened this year.
That was just he was right on this. It was close. But I think he did leave just a little early.
Marmolejo back deep, and there's the bobble snap on the punt. And so Marcelo King jukes inside. He's at the 40 trying to get to the first down marker, and he'll get pushed out of bounds. I don't think he quite made it. So he's
going to be about 3 yards short.
Yeah, turnover on downs. Good effort there by the junior. And at least we were able to get them kind of deep in their own territory.
That could have been real ugly if he wouldn't. Real ugly. Because that ball back to about the 35, I think.
So some of the ball games that we had yesterday, Seagraves Eagles pulled off a 22-12 win over the Bovina Mustangs. Now, Bovina was one of our district teams. Shallow-Water with a 41-3 lead win over La Mesa. That was yesterday. Millshoe moving on to area, 47-37 over Brownfield. As we get ready for 1st and 10 for the Ropes Eagles, 2 receivers to the right. Marmolejo in motion, and they're going to hand it off to Saldivar on some misdirection. He gets into the secondary, and he's tripped up by Flores and finished off by Wilson.
Yeah, and that's the first time that they've run that. They've been handing that ball off. That guy coming in motion, and then they faked it to him and then sent him back. Sent the running back going the opposite direction, and we followed the fake, and so bring up 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. With 11:15 left in the first half. Sudan Hornets battling here in the bi-district ball game.
We still don't know the name of the quarterback. We'll have to see if we can find that out. Hand off to Saldivar down the right side. Oh, big hit! Who was that? Jaden Conley. Yeah.
Good grief.
Number 7 just disappeared. 55 just came out of nowhere. Awesome hit by Jaden Conley.
He might think twice the next time he comes flying up in the running back,
So Armandara is coming in for Derek Rosa on the D-line. And I'm curious, Lopez and Cervera have been pretty quiet there on the ends. I don't know if the plays aren't geared towards them, but they're usually in the backfield quite a bit, 11 and 12.
I think they're really keen on them. And, because those two guys have, throughout the year have maybe not necessarily making a bunch of tackles, but you see them disrupting the play.
Yes.
You know, and they do come in and have made some tackles, but more so just come in and disrupt, you know, the sequence of the play. And I think they've been really keyed on and keeping them from doing that.
So with 10:30 left in the second quarter, timeout, and we'll kind of go over some more scores from yesterday. Sundown went down hard. Stratford with a 49-8 win over the Roughnecks. Farwell with the win over the Olton Mustangs, 41-23. Rawls with the win, 34-18. They are the co-district champs from our district. They beat Plains. And then New Deal with the 71-18 win over Amarillo Highland Park. And then let's see who else we got. Levelland fell to Monahans, 27-15. And then Spring Lake Earth with a 50-42 win over the Spur Bulldogs, some of the area teams that played yesterday on Thursday by district. As we got two receivers to the right, and there's a quick fake handoff, and it's high. Salvador was a little bit too high for both receivers. I thought it was going to come down on 22. He could have got that pass.
Well, Uncle John got in there and got a lot of pressure on the quarterback and caused him to throw that high. He did a good job of Conley coming in and really pushing up the middle there.
So fourth down and 2, and Ropes is going to go for it. So big fourth down play for the defense as Jaden Conley getting the troops rounded up, getting ready to get in there. It looks like they're going to stack it. Oh, they are going to punt it. Maybe. We'll see. It's pretty close. We'll see what they do. They do, and this Conley almost got the punt. Did he tip that?
He might have.
He might have got a piece of that. Little roll back.
Start at the 28.
Yeah, the 28.
29. Hey, they stepped up that time, helped us out.
We'll take that one. We're due about 4.
It must be the wind pushing it a little bit.
We're still due about 4 yards from the Rawls game. They owe us about 4 or 5 yards still after that one. So 10-19, Sudan quickly going out on the 1st and 10. You got two receivers to the left, Huddleston to the right, and Cervera in the backfield. And they'll hand it off to Joshy. He's got a hole.
There we go.
There it is. And nice power run. Gain of maybe 4 or 5. We'll see where they place it. I've got my blind spot. This is where I can.
You need to step over here.
Yeah, well, I can kind of lean here on the left side of the room. So 2nd and 6. They gave Cervera 4 yards on that one. Wilson's going to keep it on the left side. And he'll get brought down. He had a blocker there. That
Ian just reached out and was able to grab a hold of his foot. If he wouldn't have got him there, he'd have had enough for the first down. But nice job by the Hornets to keep the ball moving upfield. 3rd and 5. 9:30 left in the half.
And the clock is ticking as the Hornets get ready for 3rd down. Same lineup, same unit. Fake to Cervera. He's got to step on it. Does it with the catch. He's all alone.
Just run.
Yeah, don't look back. Keep running. Woo! Big.
There you go.
We were due for a big play.
Yes, sir.
Since the Rawls game, we were due for him playing. Dan Zeisen came through. He was wide open.
66 yards.
66-yard reception. And yeah, kept looking back.
Don't look back. Just run. Run to the black. Run to the black.
That's awesome. So the Hornets with a touchdown, 9:09, as they get ready for the extra point. Greckin in the ball game. And this time the snap is good. Kick is up, and extra point will go through. So 15-6. The score, the Hornets with the not touchdowns, but they got a touchdown lead over the Ropes Eagles here in this by-district game live here in Slaton, Texas. And we're glad you're joining us here. And this is where, I was getting a little concerned. I was starting to get a little worried. And,
but kind of got some, got some momentum on the offensive side. We had it on the defensive side.
Yep.
And it's starting to move over to the offensive side, get some of that confidence back, and everybody's kind of settling in that this is where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to do, and just reacting instead of thinking.
Yes.
And
I think that was the deal. They were overthinking, and like you said, you kind of get worked up for a big ball game like this.
Yeah. You'd mentioned that the Milshu game earlier that they won. They were down 24-0 with 8 minutes left in the first half.
God.
And the halftime score was 40-24. They scored 7 touchdowns in 8 minutes. 2 of them were defensive touchdowns, but still,
that is crazy.
They ran a total of 9 plays in that 8 minutes to score. With the 2 defensive touchdowns and then the other offensive touchdowns.
I bet the stands were going crazy.
Oh yeah.
And there's a high kick. It's going to land right in the gap there, picked up by a ropes player, and he'll get
nice
tripped
job by who is that? 34.
34, Draven Nash.
Draven come in.
Yeah, that's one of the guys coming up from the JV squad.
Right, coming in and making a hand.
Great job.
On the kick coverage team. Good job.
Draven Nash is a freshman. And then I'm glad to see those guys getting out there and get some playing time for sure.
You talking about that Musher game, that's about an emotional swing right there. Down by 24.
Yeah.
Giving up 24 points and then scoring 40 points unanswered, and I bet the people in the stands were like, man, I don't even know what to...
There might have been some people that left at halftime. And there's a quick throw to the flat.
Great job.
Who was that? That's a nice one. Josh. There we go. We talk about Josh and Matthew. They're going to get back.
The only thing that would have been better is if he was tackling number 11 over there. No, that was Salvador that's been, they've been working with each other, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right.
That's kind of tapered off there.
Yeah, it has.
So with 8:35, 2nd and 11, and now the momentum's shifting both ways, offense and D. We got 1 defensive touchdown, 1 offensive touchdown.
We're kind of starting to lay our ears back and just go get it.
2 receivers to the right, and it's fake to Saldivar, and there's a high pass open. It is Salvador with the hit there. And he made sure he hit it right when the ball got there. That way he wouldn't have that pass interference call.
I think they were wanting one.
Well, he was fixing to lay in. He kind of held up and waited a second for that ball to. What did they?
They marked him in bounds.
He did. I thought it was an out of.
Well, that's what I think. Josh and Salvador were over there telling the ref he's out of bounds.
Yeah.
And he gave him the catch in bounds.
Well, so it's 1st and 10. I wasn't expecting that. I thought that was a defensive stop there. So ball at the 46-yard line, still in Eagle territory. Man in motion, and there's some more misdirection. Handoff to the running back. He'll get tripped up in the backfield. And I believe that was Rosa?
That was Rosa and Derek Rosa and Lopez finished it off.
There we go. We were trying to get Cervera and Lopez's name called out here on the defensive side.
Now, I may have saw it wrong, but it looked like when he called for the snap, he stepped up before the ball was snapped. He started to take a step forward. If that is, that's a false start on the quarterback.
Yeah.
Maybe it was after the ball had been snapped.
So you got 2 receivers to your left, and there's that guy in motion. Now we got people coming into the backfield. They're going to throw it, and it's caught. Nice catch by the receiver there. He had to jump up for that one. Tackle made by Caleb Grecken. And that was Branson Beck. That was way over his head. He was able to jump up and snatch that out of the air. So now the Ropes Eagles are in Hornet territory. Ball at the 43-yard line. 6:57 left here in the half. Clock is running. So same formation. They've been in this formation the whole drive. 2 receivers to the right. We got a man in motion. So now you got 3 targets there. And there we're going to try to run that little screen. And it's caught by Beck again. He'll break 2 tackles still on his feet. And he'll finally get brought down.
Inside the 40-yard line. Down to about the 30. Where's he going to put it? At 38. So bring up 2nd and 4.
So right around this 38, 40-yard line is where I get my blind spot. So Ropes, a little bit of an offensive push here on this drive so far. 2nd and 4. Now they got receivers to the left.
They just flipped the formation.
Yeah,
didn't
flipped it around. The same guy. He got 3 targets. And
Ball.
Is the ball on the floor? Where's it at? Oh, there it is.
They recovered
Matthew
it.
put a lick on the quarterback.
Yeah, that quarterback's slow to get up. And I thought he still had the ball when Matthew hit him. But
Well, he hit him about the time he handed off and caused the fumble.
So now we'll see what Ropes does with it. Yeah,
he's hurt a little bit.
He's going to come back out. And I wish we knew what that guy's name was.
I was trying to listen to.
I guess we could.
I can't really hear what he said. I mean, it sounds mumbled a little bit, but.
So 3rd and 10, back to throw. He's trying to go. He kind of floated that one way up there, almost intercepted by Marcelo King, and that might have been a throw, that was up high because of the back injury. He was kind of favoring his lower back.
Right, and again, we saw it when we were going, into that wind. The wind is strong enough. It's catching the ball and holding it up.
So 5:03, the clock will stop at 5:03 here in the second quarter. Sudan with the 1 touchdown lead, 15-6. So they're going to punt it.
Yeah.
Who do we have back there? Marcelo. And high punt. It's going to bounce at the 12, and it'll kind of stay around the 12-yard line. That's where should be in that general area.
Yep, he's standing right on the 12-yard line. Marker on the hash mark. So see if that's where it stays.
All right, so we'll kind of go over some ball games that are in progress right now. If I can find, let's see. That's our ball game, 8-0. And there are not very many ball games going on. Idalou 14, Friona 0. New Home 21, Health Center 8. Health Center is one of our district teams. That's in our district. Childress 13, Coahoma 13. And there's the play up the middle.
Nice job.
Nice, good run up the gut.
And nice job by the line to open that up, but he did a great job of hesitating and.
So Marcelo King is that Marcelo?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's down. He's right at about the slow to
right
get
on
up.
the 20.
Yeah. You hate to hear that was a solid run up the middle.
It's not required, but you got to appreciate when you see a team kneel when an opposing player is hurt.
Yes.
We've been in some instances this season where they don't, and it's not a have to deal, and if they don't, they just kind of blow it off. But it's nice to see that there is that respect, of their opponent. Marcelo is setting up, so that's a good sign.
I think it was favoring that right leg. If I could tell from here, because I believe his left leg, he was moving it, and he was favoring that right. Unless I'm backwards, let's see what he's up on his feet. He put a little bit of weight on it, so number 11 will come back into the ball game. So now, I'm not sure what's going on with King, but Cervera's going to have to, him and Wilson will have to take a little bit of the load there on the Russian side of that, and then maybe they can put number 12 in there and give him some looks. But he's walking on his own now. He was getting helped. So hopefully it's nothing too crazy. Maybe just
tweaked an ankle or something. Yeah, tweaked
an ankle. Maybe he'll be back out here this evening. So 4:47 left in the half as the Hornets get ready for a 2nd and 1. That was a 9-yard gain by Marcelo King. So Cervera now in the backfield. And we have 2 receivers to the right, but they're kind of tucked in a little bit. They're not right up on the line, but they're kind of tucked in. And Wilson's going to pull it out, and he'll bulldoze his way forward.
Get over the 25 to 26, it looks like. So it'll be enough for the first down. Dadgummit, I'm going to have to...
What happened? There's not much space in here, Joe.
That's the third time I about hung myself. I stepped on my cord again and about jerked the headphone off. I'm going to have to shorten that up, shorten my leash.
So they're whistling off the snap. He's going to keep it going down the left side, spin move, and that's probably about another
close to a first down.
9 or 10 yard gain. We'll see where they place it. Looks like they'll give him 9.
Yeah, I looked down there to see what you were doing, and I stepped back and I stepped on the cord of my headset and about jerked my head off. Again, I'm glad DJ's camera ain't over here.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a handoff to Cervera up the middle. Nice juke move. Trying to bounce it out. He's still, falls forward another 6 yards.
Gets up to the 40. Well, they're going to say his knee went down at 45. But nice job of breaking the arm tackle and driving his legs and getting that extra yardage.
And that first little jump juke to the right, you got him, kind of cut him free on that. So same formation, Cervera up the middle.
Oh.
And he'll get stood up. And
he took a pretty good shot there. They got him stood up,
and now he got up limping.
Or at 67 came up and he got a pretty good lick on him. So bring up 2nd and 8 for your Hornets with 3 minutes left in the first half.
Huddleston nearest to your screen. Flores and Juarez on the left side. Flores in the slot. Cervera still in the backfield. And Wilson will fake the handoff, and he's going to go up the middle. He'll get another couple of yards.
Bring up 3rd down. Be about 3rd and 6 for the Hornets.
And I think Joshy might have tweaked his leg. He's trying to run that off. So 2:33. Well, we'll hit the 2:30 mark right now. The clock is running here in the second quarter. 3rd and 6 after a couple of short gains for the Hornets. Same formation, same unit. Wilson always rolling to the left and hand it off to Cervera, who breaks the tackle. He's into the secondary at the 40, the 30. He's at the 20. Oh, he's going to make it into the end zone. Touchdown, the senior Cervera, who made 2 guys miss here.
He just split them. Yeah. And then each other out.
Woo, man.
51 yards.
Another big play for your Hornets. And I thought he got bottled up back here.
He did. He got bottled up and broke the arm tackle. And
great run by the senior. So the score 21-6. And it looks like the Wilson's out there. I don't see Grecken. Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah. Grecken's out there. As we get ready for the extra point attempt. And this is what we like to see. 2 touchdown lead, right before the half. Kind of gaining momentum going in, and the kick is up. And it's good. And was it you? Was you Femans telling me he was kicking some 30?
Yeah, 30, he was 30. Kicking from the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
So
the score,
22-6.
Yeah, 22-6. 2:10 left here in the first half. And just a side note, I know we're in the middle of football playoffs here in November, but the girls' Nets squad has started their season, the varsity Nets, and they're coming off a big win in Vega on Tuesday night. And they have another ball game tomorrow in Randall at 3 o'clock.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, against the Canadian Lady Cats.
And, that's a neat deal. This is the second year they've done, or the second year we've been involved in it. They may have been doing it more than that, but this is the second year that we've been in. The Nets have been invited. It's a tip-off classic, and it's they have a 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A games, I believe, is what they have. And I was at the list of them there.
Yeah, there it is.
So we're getting ready for the kickoff. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the
and there's a
broadcast.
A little squib kick. Was it a squib kick? Yeah.
No,
or he just didn't get off the leg right.
Nash was in on that tackle again.
Yeah, Draven Nash coming in and get a couple of.
So they're going to get up to the 48-yard line.
Getting in on the stat sheet, the freshman.
Yeah.
On special teams.
Yeah, so they'll start out on their own 48 with 3:05 or 2:05 left.
2:05 left here in the. And you got two receivers to the right, two to the left, and he'll roll to the left side, and it's complete. Pushed out of bounds by Vargas.
It's going to gain about 5 on the play. So.
Pass to the deck. Gain about 4. They'll bring up second down and 6 for the Eagles.
So 1:58 left on the clock. Second down and 6. And same formation. This time they're throwing to the right, and it miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback.
They'll bring up third down.
So it'll be 3rd and 6. Clock will stop at 1:54, and if we can make a stop here, and if the clock continues to get stopped, we'll have a chance.
Yeah, we may have a chance to get the ball back. You're right.
So you got two receivers on each side again with Saldivar in the backfield. Somebody was back there. He hit as he thrown, but the catch was made. Salvador with the tackle, and I think he's able to get the first down. And somebody was back there hit number 12 right after.
I think it was Jaden.
Just right as he
came in on a blitz.
Was that number 8? They caught that, Branson
Right.
Beck. He's the guy that's been catching for the Eagles. He seems to be the number 1 wideout for that squad out there. So 1:47 left. And there it is. The clock will start running. Just under a minute and a half now. Back to throw. They're going to the air again. And
Good play there by Vargas.
Tony Vargas almost got the interception, but he disrupted that.
And he did a great job. He gives up about probably 3 or 4 inches to the receiver, and he jumps up and makes a great play.
So we'll have to keep an eye on number 8. That's who that was intended for. And the past 2 passes have been intended for that Brandon Beck. And he's going to line out here wide. He'll be closest to your screen. Vargas is on him again. He's giving, like you said, giving up those 4 inches. This time the quarterback will roll to the right. He's going to tuck it in and run. Here goes. Oh man, somebody was coming after him.
I think Conley was really upset. He stepped out of bounds because he was fixing to lay it to him, man. He was fixing to lay the wood to him.
He must have seen the video from last week when Jaden hit that kid right as soon as he got out of bounds. Perfect timing, and he hit the side of the stands and everything. I was like, whoa.
Man, I was excited at first, and then when I saw him get to the sideline, I started getting scared, and he lit up.
It's hard to stop a train. That's what I used to say.
So it's 3rd down, 3rd and 10 with a minute 28.
All right, 2 receivers to your right, man in motion. He's going to get the handoff off the motion coming down the left side. He's trying to find some blockers. He will get hit and brought down at about the 33.
We should short about 2 yards, 3 yards.
32. They're going to mark him on the 32. So it'll be 4th down, and I'm pretty sure they're probably in 4-down territory this far deep in our territory in the Sudan side of the field. And the clock is running. Just hit 1 minute right now. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And we got a man in motion again. He'll get the handoff. Now he's going to throw off of the handoff. He's got 2 defenders out there, Hornet defenders. He makes the catch, Saldivar. He tries to dive into the end zone, tried to touch the pylon, but he'll get called down at about the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And we had 2 defenders out there, and he was able to come up with that catch.
Bring up first down and goal for the Eagles for the 1.
So 42 seconds left here in the first half. 1st and goal. Ball on the 1 yard line. So the Eagles threatening to score right before halftime. We got Saldivar in motion, and this time they're going to fake it to him. And is he short?
Yeah, he marked him short.
And who was that? That was Cervera. It might have been Cervera and Wilson.
And Wilson, yeah.
31 seconds left. And Ropes will call a timeout. Just as critical as it is for us, it's equally critical because they don't want to go into at halftime with the 2-score deficit. They'd rather have a 1-score deficit.
Yeah, because they get the ball back after halftime.
Yeah, they get the ball. I was wrong on that. I thought it was all classifications, but it's just I guess up through 3 or 4A. We've got West Plains playing Shallow Water, then Groover playing Valley, Canyon and Idalou, Canadian Sudan, then Nazareth, Panhandle, Claude, and Wellington. So there's some really good smaller schools that'll be playing there tomorrow. Starting at 10:30. Our game's at 3:00 there at Canyon Randall. So.
And since this is kind of not necessarily a tournament format, but it's kind of like I said, we won't be broadcasting that ball game tomorrow. So
you can showcase is what they're calling it.
So here we go, big down here, and false start.
Yeah, back them up 5 yards. All those games right there, I'd broadcast all of them.
Yeah,
all them games are pretty good.
Yeah, they'd be good ball games, wouldn't they? Come later in the season, you're going to see a good majority of those teams playing at the regional tournament.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
So I believe Claude and Valley are 1A teams.
Right.
Then you got Groover and Sudan Panhandle, all 2A teams. Nazareth also is
1A.
Then Canadian was 3A. Canyon's a 5A school now, are they not? Or am I wrong? I thought they went up
4 or 5. I can't remember now if they're 4 or 5A.
Saldivar with the catch in the flat and the great open field tackle. There was 2 Hornets there. That's Wilson and Vargas.
They're going to use their final timeout there.
So that false start gave us a little bit of a breathing.
Right.
Yeah. So.
That West Plains team, is that a new school?
Yes, I think that's the new Canyon school.
Okay.
The new school at Canyon.
Well, whenever I
so
saw
maybe there are some West Plains. Maybe they are 5A.
Well, when I saw West Plains, I think they played a football game yesterday, and I was like, I've never heard of that team.
Right. Yeah.
I was confused. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Of course, everything's getting bigger. I believe Friendship is going to have a new high school in a few years, is what they said. So.
Right.
It's we're getting bigger.
Right. Yeah, and it's crazy. You see the growth. You go to Lubbock and Amarillo both. Used to you could drive from Canyon to Amarillo and there was hardly anything in between the two, and now you don't hardly even realize when you leave one to get to the other.
Well, Lubbock's grown a lot because they say Texas Tech when they graduate they used to disperse and go somewhere else, and now they stay in Lubbock and open up businesses, and which is good for us. We're close enough to be to a big town like that. So
all right, got 24 seconds left until halftime. Your Hornets are making a great defensive stand here. Be 2nd and 5, or 2nd goal from the 5-yard line, and it started out it was 1st and goal at the 1.
Yes.
You would think they would go through the air because they don't have any timeouts. They get stopped here. It's just going to keep running.
And they'll roll to the right. And there's a throw. He's got a man open in the end zone.
Hit the ground.
Threw it short or threw it low. And he was open. He just
I'm going to tell you one thing. He's getting a little afraid to throw that ball.
After that one hit he took from Lopez.
Because Jaden came in on that blitz. That's the one you were talking about over here. And he just kind of threw it while coming back because he was afraid he was going to get hit. So
4th down, and if the Hornets can make a stop here,
3rd because we had the penalty.
I see the 4 over there. I guess they're wrong on the field.
Oh, well, it may be 4.
No, but you're right. They did have the. We'll see.
Yeah, they had the penalty. It should be 3rd.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 or 3rd and goal on the 5. And he's going to roll to the right again, and he's got a receiver, but there's a Hornet there to knock it down. Oh,
Salvador's looking for them 99 yards. And didn't secure the ball first.
Man, I was fixing to go crazy in here.
Wouldn't that have been fun to call?
Oh, heck yeah, it would have been.
We're going to have to talk to him. Dadgummit, it's not that you didn't score a touchdown.
It was 4th down. turnover on downs.
You took a call away from us.
Yeah, we were gonna get all. I was fixing to jump all over this little room. So 16 seconds left here in the first half. Hornets, great defensive stand. Great job by the defense on a 1st and goal. And Wilson will hand it off to Joel. Joel coming down the left side. He breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet. He's at the 30. And did he go out of bounds or did they tackle him inbounds? I'm not sure if he was able to get out.
Oh, there's a flag over there.
Jeez.
I'm guessing that's holding, I'm sure.
Holding on the.
So it's half the distance to the goal.
Man, once number 5 gets going like that?
Yeah, talking about that train?
Yeah. It's hard to stop a train.
Man, I'd hate to be the safety.
You got to go, and then you got to go low on him. I mean, he's such a big kid.
Man.
And it don't matter. When he gets going, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you hit it, it's like they used to talk about Bo Jackson. Even hitting him in the legs was like hitting tree trunks or.
And it takes him about 7 to 10 yards, but once he's full speed, he's gone.
Yeah.
Woo. All right, so maybe a couple of quick scores. We're showing Panhandle 24-0 over Floridata. Halftime score here: Idalou 17, Friona 7, New Home 28, Hale Center 8. And of course, there's our score there. Childress is up at halftime, 20-13. I bet that's a good ball game. Childress and Coahoma. Amherst down. That's a final. I guess that's all the game. All the other games I have are yesterday's ball games. So not very many.
So what was the Amherst score?
The Amherst score was 44-24. Groom with the win.
I was hoping Amherst might pull that one out.
So Sudan looks like they might just down this one and go into halftime. They got everybody bunched up there, and
well, they better fall forward because they're going.
Yeah.
And I think we're short a player again. That is very uncharacteristic. And there we go. We get somebody. I'm glad somebody is out there counting the players for us. I think it was Trent. That Trent was saying, "Hey, we need somebody else out here." No, he's under center. We'll see. Okay, he nailed it. I thought they were going to. So that'll be. There's the buzzer for the end of the first half. So the score 22-6, and Sudan coming off a late second quarter scare on the 1st and goal, and they were able to hold the ropes on 4 downs.
Right, did a great job defensively to keep them from getting into the end zone there to make it would just been a 10 or 9-point game, depending on the extra point.
And I guess we'll be playing second. Or do they even have a band? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
So we'll be playing second since we're the home team.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Just real quick, Wilson's 2 of 3, 65 yards and a touchdown. He has eight carries for 21 yards. Josh has 8 carries as well, 78 yards, and 1 touchdown. And King with 3 carries for 10 yards. Dan Zeisen, of course, with that 1 catch, 66 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, he got Cervera with 6. Jaden Conley with 6 as well. 4 for Flores, 3 for Lopez, 4 for Wilson. Wilson had that forced fumble and a fumble recovery, but the forced fumble he got, Jaden picked up for a touchdown defensively. So that's pretty much the stats.
Yeah, we'll go over our sponsors real quick before we step away for halftime. We've got 5-Star Tree Service, Chad King Farms, United Country Real Estate, M. Edwards Realty and Land, Montez Steel Buildings, Jetfire Barbecue, Twice the Ice, Hornet Chill, Rise Spot, Swift Lube and Oil Change, Sudan Medical Clinic, Lance Insurance, Seth Souter, The Prescription Shop in Littlefield, Micah Pratt, Texas Producers Co-op, Gal Robertson, K&K Pharmacy, Topros, Chad Nichols, Harper Farms, GWG and Red Wagon Farms, Ryan and Greg Harper, Beatty County Electric Co-op, King Ag Aviation, Johnny King, Sawyer Construction, Larry Sawyer, Ride Solutions Incorporated, Clint Humphreys, 5 Area Telephone, Capital Farm Credit, Chase Lloyd, First United Bank in Sudan and Sudan ISD. We'd like to thank you for we'd like to thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring you the bi-district ball game here in Slaton, Texas, as the Hornets have a 22-6 lead at halftime over your Ropes Eagles. And we'll take a little bit of a break. I'm sure, is that us? Or we'll be playing.
That's Ropes.
I don't know if he's listening or not, but I'd like to say thank you to Richard Salazar. The only reason I got to come tonight is
yeah.
because I'm supposed to be working right now, but he's watching my call for me. So thanks to him for.
Richard's a good guy.
Oh yeah. We appreciate that. Letting people come up here and join us in the booth.
Billy we wish Billy Montez a happy birthday. He's probably here at the ball game, but wish him a happy birthday. So
happy birthday, Billy. And like
we won't sing to you.
No, you don't want us to sing to you. You don't want us to sing to you. So we'll step away. Please stick around. DJ does have the outside mic, so we'll be listening to the Bold Gold Band directly following the Ropes Band here. And we'll be back to give you second half action here at the Bi-District Championship ball game in Slaton, Texas.
gentlemen, entering the field is the Sudan High School Bold Gold Band. Tonight, they will take you through a collection of dazzling and unforgettable melodies in their 2022 competition show entitled Star Trek Into Darkness. Capturing the nuances of past and present Star Trek generations, the band takes you on an adventure through galaxies that only those who are daring enough boldly go. Leading this fine group is head drum major Jolie Dyke, drum major Marissa Gonzalez, and drum major Savannah Ramirez. Color guard captains are Emerson Pratt and Mallory Rosa. Drum majors, is your band ready? Directors of the Bold Gold Band are Sarah McCormick and Cammie Schmidt. Let's give another big round of applause to the Sudan Bold Gold Band.
All right, we're back for the second half here in Slaton, Texas, the bi-district ball game. Hornets and the Ropes Eagles. As we get ready for the third quarter, the score is 22-6. George Sudan Hornets with the lead going into this third quarter. And now we've got some information. I actually went and asked one of the guys at their tunnel, but then we came back and Pima had a roster. That quarterback, his name is Cade Franklin, and he's a freshman. He played on JV the whole year, and they brought him up to play quarterback.
Yeah.
And the quarterback and I remember this now, was that Brandon Beck, that number 8, and he's the one that's been catching all the passes at receiver. So that was the difference, and I couldn't remember. And when he said that number 8 was the quarterback, then it jogged my memory. That was him. Yeah,
we need to watch. They may use that to their advantage later on in the game. Especially if we continue to keep the lead like this is some type of trick play where they throw a lateral back to him, then he throws a pass, or they hand off. And
they tried that right before halftime, but they did it with number 17, and I believe he's listed as a quarterback on there too.
Yeah, right. He is. Hayden Torres. He's a sophomore.
So
So they got all
they got a lot
kinds
of quarterbacks.
Yeah. So the Hornets are set to kick off. Ropes will receive the they deferred to receive here in the second half. And so Hornets still with a 2-touchdown lead after a big scare right before halftime when they had to they had a 1st and goal on the 1 and great job on the defense to hold the Eagles off. As I guess we're waiting for the whistle. What are we waiting on? They've been sitting out there for a while.
They're waiting over here. I think Ropes.
Okay, they're waiting for the tunnel to get put up. That might be what it is.
Delay a game penalty on the Booster Club.
Yeah, there you go. Not ours, theirs.
Theirs.
So here's Grecken on the kickoff, and it's going to go way deep. He's kicking with the wind, and he'll get it at the 11-yard line, and he's going to come out, and he'll get first contact at about the 25 and drug down at about the 28 or 27, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, opening possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark it on the 28-yard line. So it'll be.
And here comes Cade Franklin, the freshman, number 12, who started at quarterback, and he was not the quarterback the first time we played Ropes. As he comes out, Saldivar to his right, and then, of course, Brandon Beck, who has been his main target, split out to the right. He'll look that way, and there it is, Beck, and it's going to bounce. And, yeah, he better jump on it.
Yeah, that was a forward pass, I think.
Good awareness there by Lopez to jump on the ball. It'll still be Ropes possession. And, yeah, he kind of got hit. Lopez hit him. He was just diving for the ball.
Right.
So we'll see how the Hornets respond after halftime. It took them a bit to get going, but they finally got going. They had a lot of penalties and personnel mishaps there in the first half. And we'll see if the Hornets will clean it up here as they have 2 receivers to the left, Beck closest to your screen, and there's going to be a handoff to Saldivar down the right side, and he'll get piled up by a bunch of Hornets. Short gain.
Gave him about 3 on the play. So it's going to bring up our 4. They're going to give him 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Eagles at the Hornets' 32-yard line. 32-yard line.
Clock is running just under 11 and a half minutes early here in the third quarter. And defense holding strong so far in the first 2 snaps. Saldivar, the running back, will now be split out to the left, and Beck. I don't know if that's Beck is on your right side. There's a fake, and they try to get it to Beck, and it was low. And did Conley hit it? Yeah. My goodness!
Uncle John thumped him a little. Yeah. It's just a little love tap.
You can't stop a train. I'm telling you.
Man, that's a little freshman initiation right there.
Yeah. So bring up 4th down for the Eagles. 4th and 6, deep in their own territory.
Uncle John Conley, 6 foot, 285, sophomore, so he could get bigger. 4th down in punt formation. We got Salvador back deep for the Hornets, and punt will go off. It'll bounce at the 40 back to Salvador. He's going to scoop it up, and he's coming down the right side. He's got open field. He's at the 40, the 45.
Oh, nice stiff arm.
Yeah. And battling for the ball. That was number 22 for Ropes that had that he stiff armed. Josh Sexton was there for the tackle. That was pretty solid.
Yes, it was.
That was Derrick Henry like.
Yeah, he did a good job of getting putting his arm in his chest, but the guy was just able to hang on to him until somebody else got over to bring him down. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 48-yard line with 10:50 left in the third quarter.
So we have our dual back set with Joel Williams back there. Marcelo King still on the side, and they're handed to Joel down the left side. He gained speed earlier, and there's a stiff arm there. He breaks around the corner, and he'll get pushed out of bounds at about the 40, and he gets tackled out of bounds. No flag. They're going to let that one slide.
9 yards.
And speaking of big guys, Joel 6'1", 235, and he was.
No, that's Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he had that stiff arm. And he's actually we've been trying to utilize him in the backfield for the last year and this year, and it just really hadn't.
Oh, what did they?
Was it a holding?
I didn't hear what it.
It had to be at the end of the play because they only lost a yard.
I'm not sure what happened there.
This will bring up. Now it's 1st and 11.
1st and 11. That's kind of odd. Still in that dual back set. And this time they'll hand it to Cervera. A nice lead block by Williams. Cervera dragging the ropes Eagle for about an 8-yard gain. Big block by number 5, leading the way.
So bring up 2nd and 2 now instead of 2nd and 1 like it was going to be a while ago. So Hornets into Eagle territory to the 44-yard line. Need to get to the 42.
Still the dual back set for the Hornets. And this time Williams down the left side. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet, cuts inside, and he bowls over a Eagle for a first down. Strong run there.
Joel Williams on the carry.
And Joel seems like the type of running back that he will get stronger the more carries he gets.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Just in this drive, that third carry was probably his strongest carry, even though he had the least yards on that.
Well, and that big of a, when you're trying to tackle somebody that big, it wears on you too. So.
Well, and then they've been playing defense the whole first half, and all of a sudden this big back in there in the second half. And this time Wilson will pull it out, and he's got speed down the left side.
Fake.
Yeah, he's turned on the jet, still on his feet. He'll get pushed out inside the 10.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Hornets. Man, that was a great job by Trent. And who do you fake that to?
He faked it to
Joshy.
Yeah.
Josh. He covered that thing up like he had it, and drew the whole defense over. Nice job by those two guys. And then Trent did a great job of getting downfield.
Yeah, I got that. Put it in 6th gear, man. He was flying. So 9:29 left in the third quarter. Sudan still on their opening drive, and he gets hit in the backfield. But it's gonna take more than that to knock him down. He dives into the end zone, touchdown, Joel Williams. He just bounced off of that tackler in the backfield.
That was. I'm gonna go way back. Okay. That was kind of Earl Campbell-esque there, wasn't it?
It did look like Earl Campbell. Yeah.
He was swatting at gnats when that guy hit him, man.
And he had a clean shot, and he just bounced off of it.
Now you're showing your age.
Yeah. Y'all talking about Derrick Henry, and I'm talking about Earl Campbell.
Wrecking for the extra point is good, easily made by the freshman. So the score 28-6, and ropes, an unintended weapon pulled out by Coach Cornelius, and the ropes Eagles weren't expecting that. There, look at Wilson and Salvador. That's pretty neat. I don't know if the camera caught that or not. That was pretty neat.
They were stirring the pot, weren't they?
They were. That was pretty neat.
I don't know what they call that. That's what I'm going to call it. They put the ingredients in there and mixed it up.
Yeah. So 9:23 left here in the third quarter. And now,
28-6.
this is, we talked about this a couple games back where they were putting too much pressure on us and making us work in the second half. Now it's getting to where we kind of...
Yeah, keep it going, guys.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
I want to send a thanks out to the band. They bought Raising Cane's for the band members, and they had some extra Raising Cane's chicken strip meals, and they donated them to us up here in the booth.
And they were good.
Yeah, they were really good. That buttered toast, man. And there's the kick. Reckon kicking into the wind, gets it way back there. And
at the 10.
Yeah, they were trying to do that starboard. I don't think that worked the way they intended to. He's going to keep it and run up he'll get tackled at about the 25.
Nash again.
Draven Nash.
Man,
he is out there. The freshman. Yeah, he went to do that starburst.
Nobody was there.
Nobody to fake it to.
I never got to experience anything like that, but I think that would be a horrible feeling. You go to hand off back to, I was always on the line, but a hand off and nobody's there. It's kind of like, well, what do I do? I'm on the island by myself.
1st and 10, ball on the 25. Franklin in the backfield. Saldivar in motion. And they're going to look for Beck. Beck gets hit immediately. Oh, the hook and ladder play. And he's still on his feet. He'll get brought down at the 50. And they may give him a little bit more. Who was that was able to catch him back there?
That was Jaden.
Jaden? That was
right on the 50-yard line.
That was a heck of a play drawn up there by the Eagles. And Salvador thought he had him a good shot on him.
So should the score be 29?
I don't know if they missed the field goal or they just.
No.
I was doing my math.
I thought they made it.
I thought I saw the rest. And now look at that in the backfield for the sack, Matthew Lopez.
There he goes.
Yeah, and that's
That all 155 pounds.
14-yard loss on that one. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I saw the referee's signal good on the extra point. Maybe I was mistaken. Is it? Does he know? Second and 19. I thought the ball was way over here. They marked it up here. And there's some confusion in the backfield by the Ropes Eagles. That allows the Hornets to make an immediate tackle.
Okay. All right.
Was that Drew Carr that made that one?
No, Drew's over here on the side.
Oh, okay. Who was I seeing?
That was Savannah, and Jaden Conley was also in there. And I believe Joel Williams was also one in there.
All right, the score is correct now at 29-6.
Give us our point.
We need all the points we can get. We want to be up big by the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So in motion, the Eagles, everybody on the left side, quarterback going that way, but there's a bunch of Hornets back there. Is that Lopez? Oh, he's able to toss it.
How did he get that away?
I have no idea. But he did. A tackle made by Flores, I think. Was that Flores?
Yeah, Flores and Salvador Juarez.
No gain on the play. They'll bring a fourth down.
Yeah, I didn't. He had him back there. Let me hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna get off for a little bit.
There's big lights.
So, Eagles punt the ball. Line drive kick hits about the 33. Salvador picks it up and gets up to the 40 before he's brought down. Nice gain there. So, Hornets will start out with good field position. They'll start out at their own 40-yard line.
Juarez will return to get the ball to his own 40-yard line. The Hornets take over first and 10.
And maybe that momentum, having a good defensive series like that will really get our, keep the motor running on the offensive end as well.
All right, so Cervera in the backfield, two receivers to the left, and he's going to tuck it in and run. He's got open field. He had plenty of blockers on the left side and steps over a defender. He'll get brought down in Eagle territory.
Wilson on the keeper. Gets enough for a Hornet first down.
Trent took a good solid hit there at the end of that play. He tripped up and, kind of rolled and the, guy hit him. It's a clean hit, but it was solid. So bring up first and 10 in Eagle territory at the 48-yard line. Hornets looking to the sideline to get the play.
5:40 and counting on the clock. First and 10. Drew Carr in at an offensive line. Cervera down the right side, and he'll fall forward maybe a yard on that one. And so, I guess Drew is going to be on the offense, and then they're going to kind of let Flores handle the defensive side.
Yeah, he got back to the line of scrimmage on the play.
So looking to the sideline now, I mean, now we're really in no hurry.
Right.
Just bring the plays in and just keep making some positive yardage and kind of eat away at this clock and get out of this 30-degree ball game. Wilson has the man open. Oh, just
over 3.
Had to step Dan Zeisen, the intended receiver, and just put a little bit too much on that one. But we talked about this at halftime off the air. We hadn't gone to that play since earlier. We've only ran it a couple plays. We've ran early in the season, and I'm kind of glad that we're pulling that back out of the hat. So 3rd and 10, 4:48. Clock was stopped after the incompletion. 2 receivers to the left. And, I don't know what's going on here.
Everybody went for the center. Is the center on a play like that, you turn around and you say, guys, it was on 2. It was on 2. What are y'all doing?
Half the offense.
Half the offense.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Well, that's just unnecessary right there.
Hey, we're supposed to be the home team here. What's going on? So now we swap the slot receiver to the right side. And fake to Cervera. And looking for Salvador on that little screen. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30. He's gaining speed at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. Salvador Juarez.
Laundry. It is a touchdown.
And that was all yak yards on that TD right there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Broke that one tackle, and then he turned on the Jets.
And that was about a 2-yard pass and a 40-something yard run, wasn't it?
54 yards.
54-yard run.
So now we're going for the extra point attempt. And there's the big plays that we've been missing for a while.
It just took us a little bit to get going,
Yeah, finally got us going. There's the extra point is up. And this time I'm going to make sure and watch.
It is good.
It is good.
9 plus 7 is 36, yes. 29 plus 7 is 36, yes.
So 4:37 left here in the third quarter.
I don't want to get the hand signals from the stands anymore to get that fixed.
It's like, hey, we don't control the scoreboard.
Yeah. I do have a box in front of me here, but it don't control the scoreboard.
So the Hornets pretty much in control the third quarter since coming out after halftime is making it way easy for us. And Panhandle still way up on Florida 40-7. In the fourth quarter, Idalou 24, Friona 14. In the third quarter, 4:57 in the third quarter, Childress 26, Coahoma 13. And then, of course, New Home 35, Hale Center 8. New Home is the district champs in that particular district there. And, he gets past the ropes eagle. He's going to pick it up at the 9, and now he's going to have to scramble for some yardage. There's a flag there. And
nice tackle by Nash again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, it's it's exciting. You look at the sub-varsity players that we've had this year, and the future's bright for our Hornets. To continue with what we started here.
Yes.
In the future seasons, it's going to be exciting for several years. Looking down all the way down into the 7th and 8th grade teams. There's good nucleus there. It's going to be fun to.
It's going to be real exciting. Real excited. I'm looking forward
and these
to
guys, these guys that are playing tonight are the ones that got it started, and those guys will follow in behind them and keep it going. So,
and we talk about it all the time. We only have 3 seniors this year, so
that's right.
So we can build hopefully and just keep building.
Right.
So deep in their own territory on the 5, first and 10. And was that just, what was that call? I didn't even.
Blocking the
Blocking the back. Okay, that's what. And there's kind of a little misdirection, but I think the Hornets were ready for that one. And they lost a couple of yards on that.
And down to about the 3, and maybe the 2.
Is that Enrique?
Yeah, that was Enrique, and then they had
Enrique Gonzalez with the tackle.
Matthew Lopez also
and
in
Matthew
there.
Lopez.
Salvador came in there at the end. I gave him a quarter tackle.
A half of an assist. So this is what we like to see. Players, our Hornets looking comfortable out there. Now they're starting to have some fun. Clock is running just under 4 minutes here in the third quarter. And Eagles pinned way deep, 2 running backs in the backfield. And they're going to hand that out to Saldivar. He's going to find a gap down the right. He tried to get to the corner, but Joshy with the speed. Joshy said, "That's my move. You can't do that." That's what I do.
So go back almost to the original line of scrimmage. So bring up third. Well, I guess it did get to 3rd and 10. So they did get back to the line of scrimmage. Original line of scrimmage. The JV Nets are in a tournament this weekend in Roosevelt, and they won yesterday and today both, and play again tomorrow.
So they've got 2 wins.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, is tomorrow a semifinal game or a?
I'm not sure.
And,
I'm not sure. I didn't think to ask the girls when I was visiting with them a while ago about it. So they did. I know they do play. I don't know what time they play tomorrow, but.
Saldivar with a positive gain there for the Eagles, but it'll still be 4th down. He did not get the first down.
Got up to the 8-yard line. So bring up 4th and 3. 2:30 left in this third quarter.
34 degrees with the 31 wind chill here in Slaton, Texas, the Bi-District Championship game.
Now, isn't that funny? Before the game started, these flags over here on the stands were blowing like crazy, and the American flag was hanging still. Now it's starting to blow a little bit, and these are still just the opposite.
Jayden almost got that one again.
So it'll be good field position again for the Hornets.
We'll start out at the ropes 41-yard line.
36-6, 2:04 left in the third quarter, and I have a feeling that Coach Cornelius is probably going to waste some play clock and try and get these boys out of here to get ready for next week. Joel Williams still in the backfield with Cervera. They're going to stick with that 2-back set. We went from a 3-headed monster to 3.5-headed monster. Joel back there. And Cervera down the left side. And, oh, man, he missed. He could have. He feel like he could have.
If he'd have bounced it out, because Joel, man, he just crushed that to
Yeah,
that
he did.
end. Yeah, he should have come on around the outside. But got a couple of yards on the play.
Clock will still run. We may get about 2 or 3 plays here before the end of the third quarter. Yeah, it's like, and just as we said, they're going to take their time. Play clock is at 20. Huddleston and Juarez, the receivers. Kirby at tight end and false start. Oh, Joshy. You can't get away from us now. The referee tells you.
So bring up 2nd and 13 now.
Looks like there's who's that number? Is that number 62 over there on the who's 62? Larson? He's on the offensive line.
Oh, there we go. That's
I saw Drew down here.
Yeah.
On the sideline. So
Andrew Larson.
Andrew Larson's in.
Yeah.
That's great.
Freshman, 6 foot, 175 pounds in that offensive line.
So you got 2 freshmen on that left side over there.
Yeah, getting some by-district playoff time. And there's a throw. Oh, beautiful pass. Oh, man, in and out of the hands of Flores. He put that right on the money. What a zinger of a pass. And, yeah, that's why Wilson said, hey, don't worry about it. We're good. Give him a fist bump.
Well, as cold as it is right now, I'm telling you that football's not very soft.
Yeah, and I think that was Allen's second target of the ball game. I don't think he's been targeted much.
No.
So Flores in the slot, furthest to your screen with Juarez. Huddleston here, along with Kirby nearest to your screen. Cervera by himself in the backfield. Wilson's going to take it and run down the side. He's got plenty of room, and he's going to run out of bounds after.
He's going to get close to the 30. Well, no, they're going to say he stepped out right at the 39. I thought he got closer to the 35 before he stepped out.
I don't think that line judge was. I don't think he was watching.
Well,
of course, we're on the other side.
Yeah.
So we don't. Didn't look like he went out right there.
And I was trying to see if Marcelo was in street clothes or if he was still in uniform. He hadn't been in the ball game. I don't really see him there on the sideline unless that's him. And
yeah.
So fourth down, we're going to go for it. Cervera in the backfield. We're all bunched up on the right. And low snap. And a reversal. Here comes Juarez. He's got plenty of room. He's trying to hit the corner. Oh, the ball pops out.
Bounce.
And there's some extra stuff going on here. Number 11 again. That's
And he's talking trash to coach.
Talking to the coach. Reese Williams.
Well, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Coach was fixing his jersey. There you go. I thought, no, he is not. Turned around and said something to him. Because he walked off and he turned and walked back, and then Coach Reese was fixing his jersey. So
1st and 10, turnover on downs for the Hornets, but it's still way deep not too far deep, but we're still in Eagle territory. And the defense,
if he was able to hold on to that ball, I think where he landed, it would have been a first down. But when he fumbled it, it bounced out, back upfield.
And here comes Rosa, and now and the ball was that a fumble or incompletion?
They're gonna say incomplete.
Yeah,
and Salvador needs to be careful. He's like one of the receivers.
Well, everybody got in there. Of course, I guess there was a screen.
Yeah, Rosa was.
And Rosa reached up, and when he saw that he realized what it was. He reached back and he knocked it loose.
So we have, both Roses in one on each side of the. One right on each side of the center. Man in motion. And false start. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. And this has been the longest.
Longest 2 minutes.
Yes. Man. I thought we were going to go into the fourth quarter on our last possession. Right?
Yeah.
But then we had Trent ran out of bounds. And then,
yeah.
So
let's get a fumble recovery and then run another play in the third quarter.
2nd and 15, and hand off to Saldivar. He skips inside, and he'll have a short gain. It'll be 3rd down, and maybe 10.
I'll tell you what, Matthew is giving the ropes, the tackle, all he's wanting tonight. Oh, yeah. He is frustrating the hound out of him.
Him and Salvador both.
There's the quick. That will be the last play of the third quarter. There we go.
Ooh, man. So the Hornets up 36-6 going into the fourth quarter and looking to get out of this ball game. And let's get out of this cold weather and let's go home and get ready for next week. We'll go over the sponsors real quick. Sudan ISD, First United Bank in Sudan, Capital Farm Credit, Chase Lloyd, 5 Area Telephone, Ride Solutions Incorporated, Clint Humphreys, Sawyer Construction, Larry Sawyer, King Ag Aviation, Johnny King, Bailey County Electric Co-op, Harper Farms, Red Wagon Farms, Ryan Harper, GWG Farms, Greg Harper. Tow Pros, Chad Nichols, K&K Pharmacy. Texas Producers Co-op, Gal Robertson. The Prescription Shop in Littlefield, Micah Pratt. Lance Insurance, Seth Souter. Sudan Medical Clinic, Swift Lube and Oil Change. Rise Spot, Twice the Ice, Hornet Chill, Jetfire Barbecue, Montez Steel Buildings, United Country Real Estate, M. Edwards Realty and Land, Chad King Farms, and 5 Star Tree Service. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you live coverage here in Slaton, Texas, the bi-district game between the Sudan Hornets and the Ropes Eagles. And like I said earlier, Sudan with a 30-point lead, 36-6.
14 all in late fourth quarter.
First and 10. Where are we at? It's in my blind spot again.
34-yard line.
34-yard line?
That's where it starts.
Yeah, that's where in motion, he got 4 targets. He's going to turn around and throw to the opposite side of the field, and there was a couple Hornets there.
Lopez did a good job right there. He didn't go for the fake he didn't go for the quarterback, basically.
Yeah, he stayed there with it.
Him and Enrique Gonzalez with the tackle there on the left side. And we'll see who's out there. We make sure if we got some JV guys out there, we'll give them some love. Who's that now on this side, on the furthest to the left?
I think that Larson, 62. It looked like 62.
Yep, I think so.
62.
That's Larson, and you got Angel Rosa, 52. Matthew Lopez and Williams.
And high snap. And here comes the Hornets. Almost got the block. And fair catch called by Salvador Juarez. And there's a flag. And I hope Salvador, he needs to not get that retaliation flag.
Salvador, come on, buddy.
That's what you call, what do they call that? The halo catcher rule? Halo rule? They got to give you at least 2 yards to catch the ball.
Someone said it looks like 70 degrees on my screen here. It's not. It is not 70 degrees.
It may be 70 degrees in here for us, but for the people out there, no, it's not.
It is a little toasty. Yeah, I mean, it is. We had to shut the vent to the. I guess we're generating enough body heat in here that we don't need the.
Oh yeah.
This small room.
Now they're starting to take jabs. Now they said, I want Joe Kai to do the post-game coach interview with no jacket.
Okay. I can do that.
Oh, you better be careful because you might get the Gatorade.
I'll be watching. Let me tell you, boys. I'll be on the lookout for that.
Oh, man.
Kind of rolled up to him there.
And now look at they're trying to bring him down. There we go. Where's the flag on that one?
They're not going
to give it to us. Just because he's a big guy doesn't mean you can't give him a flag there.
Yeah, just because he was punishing them as they went to the ground.
God.
I mean, you got to protect the players.
Yeah, you do.
Know, I mean, and it wasn't that they were vicious. They just didn't stop. You know, and then they could have. They drove him to the ground there. That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, see, he even got a little bit of a limp coming off of that.
Yeah.
They're going to stretch him out. Hopefully that might just be a cramp. Hope so. So Dan Zeisen in at tight end, and we got Conley, Armendariz, Uncle John Conley. Is that 64? That's Salas, right?
Yeah, mm-hmm. Julian Salas.
And then I guess is this Larson here on the left side?
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on Larson, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah, he rocked back. He didn't ever pull his hand up off the ground, but he didn't get set. He rocked back there.
Yeah, so I kind of give him. I was trying to give him some love on the broadcast. I jinxed him.
Dead gum, Timmy. Did find out that you was asking about the JV Nets. They are playing in a championship tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the Roosevelt tournament. I don't know. Let me see if I find out who they're playing.
Probably Roosevelt. They usually give the home team the easiest path to the championship.
Yeah. Cervera with the no, is that he? Yeah,
Cervera.
I'm not sure. Trent's calling for something there. He saw something. Maybe he saw a hold or something. We didn't get a flag. 9:58 and counting on the clock. And we 3rd and 22. Flores is going to swap sides from the left to the right. And Huddleston will come out. Matthew Lopez coming in. What happened?
Down here, we got these two still. They're just jawing away. And Levin was saying something to him. And he said, "Come on, get on up here. Come on. Come get
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on that. So now we got Lopez in the backfield with Cervera, and they're flaring out. They're going to go to Cervera, and he makes the catch. Oh, good catch. He's able to concentrate and haul that in. And I saw that off the snap. I saw the running back flare out. And And we hadn't seen that. We hadn't seen Cervera go out deep. We always see him catching passes here on the flat. Mm-hmm. Great catch by the senior. 9:06 and counting. 1st and 10 on the 34. Where did our scouts go? There were some scouts right here.
They took off.
Yeah.
Into the 3rd quarter, I saw them leaving.
ways from home.
Yeah, it is a long ways. And handoff to Williams, and he'll cut in, runs into his own player. He's still on his feet battling. They need to blow the whistle. And see, there you go again. Like you said, you got to
slam his head on the
have
ground.
to protect the players. He was stood up for a while.
And, but when he keeps driving like that, it's.
Yeah, I mean, you try to kind of give him the opportunity to keep going. So 8:15 and counting. Play clock 30 seconds and counting. And we'll see if the Hornets take their time getting the play called in. So here we go. Ball will be snapped at about 7:50. Handoff to Lopez down the right side. He's got speed. He tried to cut it in. Great open field tackle by the ropes defender there. And look at the referee told Lopez, "Hey, just calm down a little bit." calm down a little bit. That was just a 1 yard gain. You're all right.
I don't know if they're trying to slow the game down, but I don't know if it's that or if Coach Ledbetter's having a hard time pushing in the numbers on the play card down there with his gloves on.
Oh yeah, that's true. So 3rd down, and there's a slant route. Who was that cutting around? That's Flores again, and we're just trying to get him the ball. He needs to get him a catch. Alan Flores with the
their defender bumped him just enough to mess up that timing pattern.
Yeah, I cannot see anything right around here. So 4th and 15. 7:05. Clock stops on that incompletion. So we have nobody on the left side. They're bunched up on the left side of the line. And Wilson, there's a slant round. He's open. Oh, in and out of the hands. Van Zysen was too wide open. Turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for Ropes. 7:01 left in the ball game. Well, let's see. 22's out there. Armendariz is out there. Larson, the freshman, is out there. Enrique Gonzalez out there. Tony Vargas getting some playing time on defense on the far side. And then Caleb Grekin. Is this Grekin or is this Wilson? Caleb Grekin playing safety. I'd like to see Nash get in there after making all them open field tackles.
Sure.
Put him in at safety and let him get some playing time. And fake the handoff slant route. He's got an open man with the catch, still on his feet, and he breaks 2 tackles, and he's going to skirt his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And who is that? Number 22. Number 22. Where's my little? Oh, there's my little roster right there. Man, those are Josh Sexton, the senior, with the touchdown for the Ropes Eagles. Look how small that writing is. I can't read those little. So with 6:50 left in the ball game, Eagles quick strike. Score 36-12. They'll be going for 2. Franklin. In the shotgun with they've got 4 receivers. They're all bunched up, and he's going to roll to the right, looking that way. He's got a receiver there, and he's incomplete. Salvador on the defense,
36-12 favor of the Hornets.
and it was in his hands. He just dropped it. Pass intended to Branson Beck, who played quarterback in the first ball game when we met Ropes earlier in the season. So 6:50, the score 36-12, and we're still we're still comfortable here. We just want to see if we can eat up this 6 minutes or 7 minutes, and look, they're bringing some goodies up here
into the stands, aren't they?
Yeah. Are they just handing those out?
No, they're selling it.
Oh, okay.
He was being the
delivery guy. That's
the delivery man.
What do they call those? The Uber Eats.
Yeah, the Uber Eats.
So on all the kickoffs, we had both of them go to Kirby's side. He took one, and then he let one bounce back. We got Draven Nash back there. Kick it to him.
Right.
Yeah. Draven Nash back there. Cervera, Juarez.
I imagine we better be looking for an onside.
Oh, an onside, yeah. So that's why they got him up here. They did pull him up. And so this left side over here looks like they're ready. We'll see what they decide to do. And there it is, onside kick. And did they get it?
Yeah, they did.
They did get it. So the Ropes Eagles, 1st and 10.
They're not going to die on this deal, are they?
Yeah, in Sudan territory on the 49. So Trent Wilson rallying the troops there on defense. Hey, man, let's get after it. We can't.
Yep.
So that'll pull Uncle John Conley back out there on defense. Franklin with 2 receivers on his right, fakes it to Saldivar, going deep, and he's got a man. Incomplete. Little overthrown. And it looks like he got hurt in non-contact, the receiver. Number 6, Kellen LePage. I think he's got a cramp.
So they bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the Hornets 49.
Clock stops at 6:43. 2nd and 10. Saldivar and Beck on your right side. Saldivar in motion and fakes the handoff to him. He's got it going up into the flat, and that receiver turned around a little bit too late. That was Saldivar. Number 4 is Marmolejo. I got those two mixed. So Saldivar just lost the pass. He didn't ever have an eye on it. Incomplete. Oh, look at those little Slim Jims on there.
They were wanting to roughen the passer on the play there. Yeah, they were. The White Hat was getting pretty animated with his explanation on why it was not. So Matthews getting back there and got another shot on him again.
3rd and 10, big down for Ropes. And here comes the defense. Well, Lopez, he's going to throw it deep. He's got 2 defenders out there, and almost intercepted by Grecken. And now, there was a lot of contact. I was hoping that he would get away with it, but he didn't. It'll be pass interference on the Hornets. Well, we'll see. It could have been, 15-yard penalty. That'll put the ball into Hornet territory.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Hornet 39.
34.
34. I'm starting to think like Timmy, aren't I? Dadgummit.
That backward math.
Yeah. That guy just put his hand down there after that. That was a false start
it
there.
was. There's a flag there, and there's all kinds of action going on here. Look at that.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting kind of crazy down there. And, of course, number 12 comes out of that. And that was multiple flags that came out all at the same time.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be on the offense. Wow. Chop block, yeah.
Good. So
That's a 15-yard penalty, too.
Yeah, so we gave them 15 and they gave it right back to us. So 6:29 left here in the ball game.
But the difference is we gave them 15, and then it was 1st and 10. Now we got the 15 back, and now it's 1st and 25 for them.
Long ways for the ropes to get a first down for the Eagles. They got trips to the right. Man in motion from the backfield. Franklin to throw, caught by Marmolejo. Good tackle there by Greckin. And we still got plenty of cushion here for the second down. Conley, Rosa, and Williams on the D-line.
So make it 2nd and 16.
Trips to the left. No, 2 receivers to the left. And he's looking that way. Saldivar's back there. And he's got a man open, and he felt the footsteps.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that started, him getting, they rushing him all night long, putting the pressure on him. You're starting to see him getting jittery back there and throwing, passes short and low.
Clock stops at 5:52, 3rd and 16. And if we can just get out of this defensive possession, I think this ball game will kind of tick away. You just got to see if we get the ball back here. A little bit of confusion on the line for the Eagles. They finally get set. 9 seconds left on the play clock. There's a snap. Here comes John Coley, and it's tipped by Williams, but it's still caught by a receiver. But he'll only gain a couple of yards.
He threw it right to Williams.
Yeah.
But went through his hands. He was eating that popcorn they're giving away.
Yeah. So we're at 4th down.
Great play by Uncle John and Joel Williams.
Joel did exactly what he was supposed to do, get his hands up, and he did get his hands on it, but just wasn't able to knock it down or grab get the interception.
4th and 16. Franklin back. He's got some pressure. He's going to throw deep. And Marmolejo's there.
Ooh.
And it's incomplete, overthrown. And Greckin and Wilson back there covering that receiver. So turnover on downs. 5:05 left in the ball game. Hornets up 36-12. And we're getting down to the final stretch, down the back stretch on this ball game for your Hornets. Starting to smell the by-district championship here in the 4th quarter. So dual back set, Cervera and Williams back there with QB1, Trent Wilson. Wilson fakes the snap, or fakes the handoff, and he'll get brought down in the backfield, and we'll see if they take a timeout. They've got all 3 timeouts. We haven't announced our cheerleaders. Head cheerleader Blasella Montes Melodia Rodriguez, Addison Harrell, Brittany Magby, Edette Herrera, Carly Grecken, Emery Humphreys, Danny Mitchell, and the mascot Brooklyn Swart down there withstanding the elements, 30-degree weather, cheering on the Hornets here on the sideline. Great job, cheerleaders. 4:21 at the snap. Wilson pulls it out again, and he'll get hit in the backfield. So that'd be 2 plays where we hadn't had any positive yardage here on this drive.
They do take a timeout. This is going to bring up third. And
yeah, clock ran till 4:05. After he called timeout, it ran about 4 seconds.
Is it fourth already?
No, it should be third.
Yeah, because we had the one where he pulled it out. He was going to hand it off to Cervera, and then that one was to Williams, and he pulled it out and ran. And that's it. It should be third.
Yeah, they got it. I don't know why they got it fourth over there, but...
Live here in Slaton, Texas. Sudan Hornets ropes Eagles bi-district ball game. Winner goes on to play the Wellington Skyrockets after they had a big win over the Boys Ranch team yesterday. And all indications are in Amarillo. Dick Bivens.
We don't know that. That's not official yet.
That's not official. That's just a...
It's either, they said Amarillo or Canyon
or Randall. Yeah, Randall.
Right, but they're saying that Canyon was winning their ball game.
Oh, okay,
so right.
Probably Amarillo, Dick Bivens.
Right. There, you won't have a blind spot there.
No, I won't.
I'm here to tell you.
Man, I want a bag of popcorn. I'm going to have to send somebody out and give me a bag of popcorn. Dual back set, handoff, fake. And there's got a man. He's got a step. And it's caught for the first down.
Flores. There you go.
He finally got him one.
Yep.
35 yards.
And they passed.
Oh, you were talking about you won a bag of popcorn tonight.
Yeah, they got that popcorn. They're trying to wave them down. Let's see if they'll bring me one. They're not looking this way. Nope.
They're going to ignore us up here, aren't they?
Look, there's only 3 more bags there. There's a handoff to Williams. And he breaks the tackle, still on his feet, rumbling down the field. And he's still on his feet at the 10. He'll get brought down at the 5. What is that? It was the Chris Berman rumbling, tumbling, rumbling down the field.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Yeah, rumbling and stumbling down the field. Right? Huge run by Joel Williams. And clock at 3.5 and running. First and goal at the 7. All the popcorn's gone.
Yeah, you missed the popcorn.
It disappeared, man. Oh, well. Play clock at 15 seconds. And now the play comes in. So we're looking at right at the 3-minute mark for the snap, or a little under. Cervera, and he'll take the handoff following, and this time he'll read the block, cut inside, and they get brought down at the 1. This time he read the block from
Yes, sir. He did a nice job.
2:45 after that tackle.
Second and 1? Second goal at the 1.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
so
Jeremiah got some popcorn.
I know. Maybe they'll bring another batch. I don't know. So Joshy, I mean, obviously he's got more. He's crossed the 1,000-yard mark. Of course, it's beyond the regular season, but it's still nice to have him hit that mark this season as a senior. And big play down the middle. He's going to get into the end zone, and he ran over somebody to get in there, but it's in there. Touchdown, Joel Williams.
And went back to him. He got all those tough yards. Let him get the glory there.
Let him get that. Yeah. 2:06 left in the ball game. 42-12.
I'm going to run the swinging gate this time. got the offensive line over to the left side of the field, and then now they're going to move over and get ready for the kick.
And we can get set. We'll get the kick off. There we go. And there it is, easy.
Chip shot.
Yeah, chip shot. He didn't even put his leg into that one.
So with 2:06, we go up 43-12 and get that touchdown back that we gave up a while ago.
So just a reminder, the Varsity Nets will play tomorrow at 3 o'clock in Canyon Randall, but the games will start at 10:30, I believe.
Right.
That Charlotte Water, West Plains. If you want to watch, if you ain't got nothing going on and you want to watch some good girls basketball, that's going to be a good event there at Canyon Randall tomorrow. Good line of ball games coming up. And, of course, our varsity girls coming off a big win on Tuesday in Vega. And I can't remember what the score. Let me see if I can find it here. I thought I had the score. The final was 74-39. The Nets with the win over the Lady Longhorns in Vega on Tuesday.
Hey, and that game was really, at halftime, it's just, a 10-point game?
Yeah, it was close. For the first half, it was close.
Kind of opened it up there in the second half.
So Greckin getting ready to kick it off. And line drive kick. It'll bounce, picked up at about the 16, and he'll get dropped at about the 30. First and 10 for the Eagles.
Right, I'm Gonzalez and Nash again.
How many tackles does Nash have?
He's got 5 on special teams.
That's awesome.
But I count it as a tackle, even on the kickoff.
Greckin out there. Draven Nash at linebacker out there, the freshman. And back to throw. The slant route in and out of his hands. He had the...
Got Vargas over there on the defense.
And then right here, this is it number 10? That'd be Kincaid Boning.
Yep. And then you got Larson is back out there.
So several freshmen making appearances here in the ball game late, getting some varsity playing time. Back to throw, and he's caught but hit immediately. Great open field tackle by Vargas. Yeah. And clock running, and I don't think they're going to stop it. I think they're just going to kind of get out of here. A minute 40.
3rd and 3.
Kincaid Boning, 5'11", 165-pound freshman. He wears number 10. There's a snap going deep, and great coverage there by Gonzalez. And that'll stop the clock at 1:20. Are you going to try and...
You bet. You bet.
Someone did send me the video. I need to send it to you. Of the
when I dodged the water bucket?
The Gatorade incident, yep.
He didn't know you were that nimble. We didn't know you were that nimble either.
I can when I have to be.
Good open field tackle right there by Nash.
Draven Nash, you got him one on the defense.
Yeah. So go over on downs. We won't tell the rest of that story. You didn't see me walking around on Sunday. I was stow up on Sunday, huh?
You felt like you'd played a whole football game, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think that was that day you called us old for saying we were.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. For cramping at night.
Yeah, cramping.
Yeah. For the record, I didn't get a cramp when I got home that night, all right?
Hornets in victory formation, and then, yeah, they're going to just let the clock run. So we'll get a couple of kneel downs. And, well, I mean, they will have the trophy ceremony, won't they?
Right.
They'll get the gold ball ceremony at the end of this ball game.
Well, I'll make my way down there. So I do it without my jacket.
Well,
right?
that was just requested.
Okay,
You don't have to.
Well, I don't know who requested it, but it sounds more. It wasn't more. It sounds more like a challenge than a request to me.
I can't divulge my sources. I can't lose the trust of my sources.
Yeah.
So the ball game, 23 seconds and counting, and I think that's going to be it. There are no more kneel downs, and your Sudan Hornets are the bi-district champions with the 43-12 victory over the Ropes Eagles here in Slaton, Texas. Congratulations, Coach Cornelius and staff, and all the Hornets for a great game this evening. It was a battle in the first half. We were getting kind of concerned. We took a 2-touchdown lead, and then they kind of made a little run there at the end of the second quarter. But then we came out here in the third quarter and just blew the lead open, and it was smooth sailing the second half for the Hornets.
So just real quick stats: Wilson was 5 of 10 for 178 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Rushing, 13 carries for 66 yards for Wilson. Then you had Cervera with 13 carries, 93 yards, and a touchdown. King had 3 carries and 10 yards, and of course we didn't see him in the second half. Williams went in there, 6 carries, 31 yards, 2 touchdowns. Juarez had that catch, 1 catch for 54 yards and a touchdown. And the big catch, 1 for Dan Zeisen, 1 catch, 66 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Flores with 8 tackles, Cervera with 8 tackles, Jaden Conley with 10, 4 for Wilson, Gonzalez, Vargas, Williams, 1 sack for Lopez, again, a forced fumble for Wilson. That was picked up by Jaden Conley and ran in for a touchdown. And Draven Nash, 6 tackles.
Yeah. So great job by all the Hornets this evening, and we'll go over the sponsors real quick. One more time, 5-Star Tree Service, Chad King Farms, United Country Real Estate, M. Edwards Realty and Land, Montez Steel Buildings, Jetfire Barbecue, Twice the Ice, Hornet Chill, Rice Spot, Swift Lube and Oil Change, Sudan Medical Clinic, Lance Insurance, Souder, The Prescription Shop in Littlefield, Micah Pratt, Texas Producers Co-op, Gal Robertson, K&K Pharmacy, Topros, Chad Nichols, GWG Farms, Greg Harper, Red Wagon Farms, Ryan Harper, Bailey County Electric Co-op, King Ag Aviation, Johnny King, Sawyer Construction, Larry Sawyer, Ride Solutions Incorporated, Clint Humphreys, 5 Area Telephone, Capital Farm Credit, Chase Lloyd, First United Bank in Sudan, and Sudan ISD. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you the bi-district game here in Slaton, Texas. Sudan Hornets with the big win, and as they get ready to play the school song for the Ropes Eagles, and usually when they're playing the school song, that's when you'll see the gold ball start to trickle out. Somebody will bring it out here, and we'll keep an eye on that. Stay tuned. We'll have Joe Kai. He's made his way down to the field, and we'll see if he can catch a word with Coach Cornelius on the big bi-district win here over the Ropes Eagles. And it's a great day to be a Hornet here in Slaton, Texas this afternoon on a chilly evening. Temperatures at the end of the ball game, 33 degrees. And a 30-degree wind chill. So the lows tonight are supposed to get down into the 20s, so everybody bundle up and stay warm.
Just a little bit of information, I guess, for next week's opponent. They're 10-1 on the season, and their only loss was the Lubbock Christian, a 28-24 loss. They did have a couple of close games against Spearman, 14-13, and Panhandle, 26-13. So
They beat Panhandle?
They beat Panhandle.
And what was the score on that one?
26-13.
I think Panhandle... I think they might have lost today. Let me look to make sure I was keeping up with that ball game.
Yeah, 26-13.
No, Panhandle with the big one, 40-7 over Florida. So now we're gonna turn it over to the school song real quick. There's the school song. There's the Hornets celebrating the by-district win. A couple of quick scores here. The Idalu Freona made a little bit of a run there to kind of make that a ball game. Idalu with the win, 24-21 over Freona. And then, of course, New Home with the big win over Hale Center, 49-8. That's the final. We talked about Panhandle's final. Wood Harrow, 40-0 over Silverton. Wood Harrow advances. I guess they at halftime is it a run 40? What is the rule for the 6-man at halftime?
45-point rule.
45 point was 40-0 at halftime.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, your
And there it is. There's the goal ball. Hornets by district champions, celebrating there on the 40-yard line. Congratulations. And I believe. Well, I bet Coach Cornelius will probably, he hadn't had his speech with the boys yet. He'll have the speech with the boys, and then we'll turn it over for the on-field interview. So, like I said, next week, this will be a big test for us.
Yeah.
At what you were showing me just a while ago.
Yeah, Dave Campbell's Texas football has them ranked number 3 in the state in 2A Division 2. So, and Wellington's a pretty big school, but they somehow fall into the small school division, which I guess they're just not as big. I mean, there's definitely bigger schools, so it's going to be a test. We're definitely going to have to come out to play, and from the start,
yes.
and not have the penalties and stuff. We're going to have to play a near perfect game, and we have the defense to stop.
Yes, we do.
I believe we do. I mean, everybody looks back at that first game that was, against Olton, but I think that was first game jitters, one, and then I'd like to play Olton again, to be honest with you, right now, and at mid-season form, and see what kind of, I mean, they may still beat us, but it'd be a good game, I think.
I think so, too. That first game, we were just trying to get it put together.
Right.
And it was from week 1 to week 2 is a huge difference.
And then the game against Rawls, we had a lot of starters out, recuperating, and not that we don't have any faith in the guys that came back in, because we do definitely, but maybe it would have been a different ball game with the starters in there. You just never know. So
yeah.
But we're gonna have to come to play and just stay tuned to see when and where. We know pretty sure probably Amarillo, Dick Bivens. Not sure when or what time. So just stay tuned.
Yeah,
watch the. If you have Facebook, I'm sure they'll put it on Facebook. And if we announce a game or something, as far as a basketball game in between now and then, I'm not sure what the schedule looks like. But anyway,
we'll definitely keep you guys
let you
updated.
know.
Now, plus, if you got the Sudan app, they'll post it on your Sudan app on your phone.
It looks like
and here's Joe Kai right here. We're gonna answer this, and we'll get a interview from Coach Cornelius. Hello. Hello.
All right, Timmy, you with me?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, hey, I'm here with Coach Corn. Kind of a slow start, but we got her done, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we're a little tight, and some things happened bad early, but, I think the kids were prepared for it. We talked about it in the locker room before we came out, and I was just glad that we kept pressing forward. We didn't flinch, and I'm proud of the team.
Right.
We got a team that don't flinch, they just keep on going.
That confidence and that character that what we worked on all year showed tonight. I felt like really stepped up, and showed out as they came out in the second quarter and then continued on into the third and into the end of the ball game, I thought.
Yeah, no doubt. Just proud. Everybody stepped up. We got so many spots we were plugging with young kids and people playing out of position, and everybody just stepped up and did what they needed to do to help us get the win.
That was great. So we go. We're going to be playing Wellington next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Probably in Amarillo.
Probably either Canyon first option and Dick Vivens second option. So one of those two places.
All right.
On Friday.
All right. I know there's several people want to talk to you. Thanks again, Coach. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Well, he
didn't want to talk to us no more.
Yeah.
He said it's cold out there.
It's cold, yeah. Yeah, so great victory here by district champions, the Hornets. Enjoy this tonight, enjoy it tomorrow, and then come back Monday and then start getting ready for the area ball game. And like I said, we'll keep you updated. I'm Tim Rodriguez, Jokai Schultz, Fema Salinas, DJ Province giving you the visuals up top. And of course, Sam Merriman giving us the audio options for those people that aren't able to watch on the live stream. Great ball game, great day to be a Hornet. We'll see you next week.